Good evening. Welcome to Friday Night Football, Pillow Mustangs. We are about 30 minutes away from kickoff, and this is Jonathan Mills. Hank Reichley will join me shortly, but I conned Mr. Barrett Donahoe into joining me for a little pregame talk. I just thought he might want to fill you guys in on kind of some things going on. So, Mr. Donahoe, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me up here. Got a little bit of feedback on this headset. Yep.
It's cool up here. Is that what helped you come up here? Is that what talked you into coming up here?
I tell you what, yes, absolutely. The air conditioner sure does help.
Mr. Rodney Brown, that's much better. Mr. Bernuzowitz, I appreciate it. Mr. Rodney Brown got called out at the pep rally today for standing in the air conditioner. Russell Wilson made sure that everybody knew that the high school principal was in the air conditioner while everybody else was out there sweating.
I did tell Russell a minute ago if the insurance business doesn't work out, he's got a future as a hype man somewhere.
He has missed his calling. After 2 pep rallies, he has definitely missed his calling for sure.
Well, Mr. Donahoe, I just wanted to kind of – this is you starting your second year here as head of school.
Absolutely. And exciting second year.
It is. You know, some things we're dealing with still that we hope we weren't, but it is what it is. So we're not going to – that's all we're going to talk about that. But I just want to kind of give you a chance to introduce yourself for those folks that you hadn't been able to meet, and then we'll get into let you put on your administrator hat, coaching hat, and then back to the administrator hat. How about that?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, you know, introduction. This is my 19th year, I believe, in the business, and my 6th as the head of school. And you know, I started off like so many people in our association do, is coaching was really what I was passionate about when I left Ole Miss, and got a job in Arkansas as an assistant coach, and was able to land at Jackson Academy for a couple years, and from there just kind of cycled around like most coaches do from Tri-County and better opportunities up here. I came up here and coached football and taught in the social studies department with Miss Heather Johnson, who's still here with us. Taught in the social studies department for a year as an assistant coach on the 2010 state championship team with Michael Fair and Nick Serio and Jay Jones and Jeff Jones, and had a really, really good time when we were here, and a really successful year, and it made for a great school year, one of the best atmospheres I've been around. Had the opportunity to go to Marshall Academy and be the head football coach, and had a lot of success there for a year, and just kind of think from that point things kind of started to cycle, where I ended up in Columbus for 4 years as the athletic director and head football coach at Heritage Academy. We were able to win a state championship and have a lot of success and make the playoffs 3 out of 4 years, and had the opportunity to go back and be the head of school at Marshall Academy, something that they had talked to me about for a few years. It was in the making, and ended up coaching there for 4 more years. And so last year was my first year out of coaching, strictly in administration, and people ask me if I miss it. And there's probably about 5% that I miss, 95% that I'm glad that it's somebody else dealing with. But definitely the other night, Friday night, against Kirk Academy was one of those games and one of those exciting times that you say, hey, man, that's why you do it. And
those 3 hours are something that I got to think is something that's that you miss.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, just the excitement of the whole thing, and the atmosphere was fantastic. I mean, I know we're going to talk about that game in a few minutes, but just the whole thing. So I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to be here at Pillow Academy as the head of school, to be in this community. I really love Greenwood, and I think it's got a tremendous amount of support here at the school. I know there's a tremendous amount of support, and I just feel just blessed to be in the position I am with the great people here and the family atmosphere, and more than anything, having 3 younger children. It's where I want my children to be educated. So we have a vested interest on a lot of different levels, and it's just very exciting. It's a very exciting time to be here.
Well, as a parent of 2 young Mustangs, it is an exciting time, and anytime you go around to other facilities or other schools, you realize what we have and how blessed we are to have what we have, both educationally and athletically. But we appreciate what you're doing curriculum-wise and everything like that. But more importantly to some folks, after your first year or at the end of your first year, you got to do what is a big deal, is hire a football coach. That can make or break some bosses, I guess. So.
Well, yeah, we hope this one doesn't break. I told Jim it's on him if it breaks me, so he'll have to. No, Yeah, you're right. And Coach McCarty had an opportunity to do exactly what I've done, and which is get into administration. And like I said at the beginning, this is a path that a lot of people take. And Coach McCarty, who did a tremendous job here as the head of football coach and won a lot of football games and had success, he decided to make that transition and was very upfront with me about that through his timeline. It gave us time to start thinking about what it was that we wanted as our coach here as we move forward with the vision, not only there but in the athletic department. And it was a twofold hire, because we did end up hiring Coach Crowder to be our athletic director as well, with Coach Carpenter at this point in time saying that, we talked briefly when I moved up here and got settled in about where we were with the athletic department, and Coach Carpenter agreed to take it for 1 year and be the athletic director, but he didn't want that long term. He was ready to go to the beach a few more weeks in the summer and have flexibility to go see his grandchildren, and he's worked very hard to be able to do that.
Your name's on the court, you get that kind of
I think you sure do. Okay. But so there was two parts of that. But so it was an athletic director mold, but it was also, more importantly, as most people say, hey, the head football coach could be the most important person on campus. Face of the campus, a lot of people, recognize him and that person as what kind of embodies everything and about the school. So for us, it was about finding somebody that was passionate about being the football coach at Pillow Academy and had a laid out vision. We talked to a number of very good candidates, people that we know have success in our league, people who have won a lot of football games, and there was interest from a number of people about this job. Coach Crowder, I can just say this, and I can say it now more than I could then, through the interview process, it became very clear that there was one person that really was passionate about this place and wanting this to be his place and the place where his family was and wanting to have success here, and that was Coach Jim Crowder. He was as dynamic as he could be when he came in and interviewed for the job and really laid out a vision that was beyond anything that I really expected at that point.
Right.
So it became very clear who the right person was for the job, and I feel like he has us moving in the right direction. And, you say moving in the right direction. It was not necessarily a rebuild. That wasn't what he was doing, but forming it around him and wanting longevity in that position is something that he desires. And so, we'll continue to evaluate all personnel like we do, but I'm excited about where he is and the leadership that he brings to our program.
Well, I know as much success as he'll ever have as a football coach, he's an even better person, and I think that's what you were looking for. And I think he talked this week when you and I were at lunch at a civic organization. He talked about building a program instead of building a team, and some things those two aren't equal, and he wants to build a program from the ground up. Not like you said, not that it was broken, but he's going to put his stamp on this program and build it from where he sees it needs to go.
And he has a long-term vision, and he has a vision that's going to carry this program 5, 10, 15 years down the road, and he sees the big picture of what we want to do athletically among all of our sports, and really trying to unify our coaching staff and really do a good job of working together to share athletes and make sure that we give every coach and every program the opportunity to be successful. Because, as a school, even our size, we're one of the larger MAI schools, and enrollment is up this year, and we're excited about the enrollment being up. But with all that being said, we still have athletes that play multiple sports. We have 2- and 3-sport athletes all over. It's amazing this time of year. You go watch our Lady Mustangs compete in all the sports that they do. It's amazing that you'll see girls running from the soccer field to the softball field to get there for the game because they're playing both sports at the same time. And I don't know if people who are outside of this world understand how difficult that can be. So creating that unification among our coaching staff is very important, and his vision for that is very solid. And so executing it look, having vision is great. Sure. Executing it's another thing, and we hope to provide him the resources to do that, and I believe he has the leadership and capabilities too.
In my few weeks and dealing with him doing this job, I feel like if you said, Coach Crowder, I need you to do X, Y, Z. I need you to take the trash out after Friday nights. He'd say, yes, sir, let's do it. And he's just he kind of makes me tired watching him go. And he's got a motor that is kind of impressive. So.
Sometimes to a fault. Every once in a while you have to be able to say no.
Yeah, that's right.
But he does. He has the best interest of all of everything here at Pill Academy at heart, and that's a great trait that he has.
Well, I'm excited about it, and I know watching that game, Hank and I sitting here the other night. Hank has a senior on the football team. We both go to church with you and Coach Crowder, so you're just rooting. It's just this guy that you just root for. And watching that game, so I'm going to ask you to put your coaching hat back on. As you're watching that game, and we were watching that game, and I told the other night, I said, you're watching that game, and you're seeing first game, kind of some first game mistakes that you're going to make, every team's going to make, win or lose. And you just felt like, if we lose this game, you're gonna have some mistakes you're going to build on, win or lose. But just winning that game helps build on those kind of mistakes, makes it easier as a coach. So,
very, very, it was a challenging matchup in week one for Coach Crowder. There was a lot of dynamics going on. I think Kirk Academy is probably the most talented that they've been in a while, just from watching them and then competing against them for a number of years and the positions that I've been in and the places I've been. They're talented, and the coaching staff over there is doing a good job of making them fundamentally sound and playing hard. And the dynamic of the coaches that previously were at Pilla that worked with Coach Crowder, there was just a lot of pride and energy in that game, and you could see it with the crowd. The crowd was phenomenal. I mean, I haven't, last year we were under restrictions when we started, and that kind of hampered a lot of our crowds. But, man, it really felt like Friday night football. It felt like excitement again, and it was great. And, the old coaching cliche is that you improve more between week one and week two than at any other time of the season. We hope we see that out there tonight. But it was a very unique game from the standpoint of, while there were a number of turnovers and there were some costly penalties, it wasn't that it felt sloppy. And a lot of first games feel sloppy. You had that sloppy feeling, but there was a lot of up pace, up tempo, big plays, crucial plays, players stepping up on both sides, making plays when they had to, that made the energy around the game important. Turnovers and penalties are always a key in wins or losses. In week one, they are amplified. In week one, they amplify because nobody is clicking on all cylinders.
Right.
You don't have the opportunity to make up ground. The fact that they turned the ball over late really made up for some of the mistakes that we had early. I mean, you're looking at a team. I mean, and a lot of things happened, but a play that really at the end of the game that I think was one of the most crucial plays, and I used to talk to our kids about this when I coached all the time, is that a play in the first minute of the game is just as equally as important as a play the last part of the game. And the pass interference call that we felt like should have been a no call early in the game that extended a drive that they ended up scoring on. That was a 3-and-out that we're going to get the ball back, and we drove down early and scored to tie the game. But that could have set a whole completely different tone for the game. And so just little things like that, man. Just a call that doesn't go your way. A fumble on the 3-yard line when you're about to go up 21-10 right before half, and things like that in week one really get amplified. And I thought that was what, while it made it exciting, were some things that we could have avoided to probably pull away and win with a little bit more ease and a little bit bigger margin.
Well, it sure was exciting. I think the last 4 minutes there was a touchdown or maybe 3 touchdowns and a couple of turnovers, and it got really exciting. So a good finish to his first game. Hopefully he can win some more comfortably as his career goes on. I don't know if his heart's built for that.
I explained it to a lot of my friends. I have a lot of friends in coaching still, and I explained it to them. I said, guys, I'm going to give you the scenario. We're down 22-17 with one time out. They've got the ball 1st and 10 with 3 minutes to play. The game finishes 32-28, and they said there's no way. I mean, that just doesn't happen. So
yeah, it was a good start, and it was a good crowd, and it was exciting. It feels like it's a little hotter right now as the sun's bearing down on us in this press box. But moving forward to North Delta School out of Batesville, Mississippi, same division as Kirk, or same level as Kirk, I should say. But what do you know about them? You were just looking at the roster, seeing if you recognized any folks from your past. But
they're going to be athletic, and they're going to, I've competed against North Delta for a number of years at Marshall Academy and as conference opponent, and the one thing that I always felt about North Delta was they did a good job of really trying to either out formation you or being really, really good at what they did. And if he feels like he's really, really good at what he's going to do, you'll probably see him in one or two formations all night. If he doesn't feel like he's very good at it, he's going to try to out formation you. And so they'll give you different looks. Defensively, I expect them to be very sound defensively. Their roster size is a little down from what it was the last couple of years, I noticed, but there was some size out there when they were warming up. I saw some good-looking kids, and so, it should be an interesting ball game. It'll be an interesting dynamic. I know that we have some dynamics going on in our team and some position changes and different things like that, so it's going to be interesting.
Right. We all, Coach Crowder, Hank, and talk to him each week, and this week he said that their offense, or what he envisioned their offense, was going to look a lot like what Pilla looked like last year.
Yeah.
Kind of tight formations, misdirections, and a ground game. So that's what he's expecting, and we'll see kind of how that plays out.
Well, if he comes out and he stays in that formation, he feels like he's pretty good. I can tell you that right now.
That's right.
It'll be an interesting game.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up with you here in just a few minutes, but I always thought the spring semester was pretty busy on campus. I don't know that it can get any busier like you said, you got softball players running to the soccer fields and vice versa. And last night you had some girls that are cheering for the junior high. And it's just amazing how much you got going on, but it's a good thing as well. You got volleyball. So tell us about what else is going on.
Right now we have our girls soccer program, we have our softball program, volleyball, we have dance, we have cheer. We have our football, junior high, varsity, 7th grade, peewee football going on. I've left somebody out, I know, because I'm trying to list them all in my head and think about where all we're traveling to. But we have so many things going on, so many tremendous opportunities for our student athletes in the fall. And, it is. We look up at next Tuesday night. If you look on our calendar next Tuesday night, you're going to see how we're going to pull that off. We're traveling to volleyball and Heritage. We got them coming over for softball, but we got a girls soccer game, but we also have, something else. We're talking about it today. So, it's there's so much going on campus, but it's good things. And our coaching staff is doing a tremendous job of trying to get everybody, unified to be able to share athletes, to be able to do those things. We know that parents sometimes can get frustrated with how am I going to be at one place when I need to be at another. But you know what? That's really a good problem that we have, because we do have as many offerings as we do.
That's right. Well, it is exciting. It is, like I said, if you go around to other schools in our conference, you really get to appreciate what we have here, facility-wise, education-wise. So I appreciate what you're doing and your staff. I know you're always complimentary of them, and they do a wonderful job these last couple of years, especially with the extra ask that you're taking on. So we certainly appreciate it and look forward to a big year.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me tonight. I appreciate that. And thank y'all for all y'all do to live stream. It's fantastic. So thank you.
All right. Good luck. Kill the audio real quick. The feed will stay alive, but
With America's catch, if you would please step forward.
We are about to.
Next, with the representatives with the Bank of Commerce, please step forward.
List of ads. If you want me to run through those, you're just going to see them on the screen. I'm just going to mention that you'll be thanking our sponsors.
Our next patrons are Farm Bureau.
Print it out. I forgot. That's all right. They'll see it. It's one of them.
Next, we have Guarantee Bank. Let's also welcome Scott Petroleum. With the representatives from Planters Bank and Trust, please step forward. Our next patron is Viking Range Corporation.
Randy.
Next, we have No Way Jose. Our next patrons are Clark Beverage Group.
And just kind of looking at how things happened last week.
Okay.
Next, those representing Bank Plus. Would you step forward with Marty Stoey?
Oh, are they? Kind of opposite of last weekend.
And our last patron of the evening is Challa Hotels. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give each of these businesses a round of applause. As always, we appreciate your continued support for Pillow Academy Athletics.
I want to squeeze you, John. Can you see? Got 13 minutes. When you go with about 10, because they're gonna do about 5. They're gonna do the prayer and the anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would please make your way toward the locker room for the Mustang walk as they make their way to the field.
I may be an orthodontist, but I know a thing or two about... Perfect.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
It's harvest time for farmers across the state of Mississippi. So into the tractors and off to the fields they go. And that means you might come face to face with one on your rural roadways. For their safety and yours, please slow down and give these tractors and other farm equipment the space they need. You may even have to move off the road for a moment. Just like you, they want to do their job and return safely to their homes and their loved ones. This message brought to you by your Delta area Farm Bureau families.
Ready to get your money moving? Zelle is fast, safe, and an easy way to send money in minutes to friends, family, and others you trust. And it's now available in the Guarantee Bank mobile app. Enroll today and get your money moving. Guarantee Bank, together with Zelle. Guarantee Bank, member FDIC.
Transactions typically occur in minutes when the recipient's email address or U.S. mobile number is already enrolled with Zelle. Mobile carrier fees may apply. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. The Zelle service is property of Early Warning Services, LLC.
So he can see the scoreboard.
I mean, just so I can even lean to see it. Yeah, I can see it now if I lean.
Come on, you can get it a little more.
Oh, we're good. I just couldn't lean to see it. I'm good here.
All right, good evening again. We've got about 10 minutes to go until kickoff. Welcome my partner up here, Hank Reichley. Hank, good evening.
Thank you, Jonathan. You got to tell everybody who you are. Everybody said,
Oh,
who's that guy? He sounds good.
Yeah, I am Jonathan Mills.
You were mistaken in this Asa Bennett at one point.
I was mistaken for Asa Bennett.
I hope you don't do any knee surgeries.
Well, nobody called me this week, so maybe they fixed it before.
Good.
But I can get them some catfish if they need some catfish. But we are proud to be here for the second game of the season. After an exciting opener last week at Bill Davis Field, we welcome the North Delta, not sure what their mascot is. I didn't do my research, but North Delta School out of Batesville, Mississippi, They come in with a record of 1-0, as the Mustangs do. So what do you see tonight, Hank?
Well, I see a non-conference opponent that had a really good season last year, finished the season 8-3. They're 4A District 1. They play in the same league as Marshall Academy, Lee Academy, Kirk Academy, who we played last week, Oak Hill, and pretty good ball club. I noticed last year in that 8-3 record, they were actually 8-2 in regular season, lost one game, made it one game in the playoffs and lost it. But on the way to that 8-2 season, they beat Magnolia Heights and they beat Kirk, two teams that we also played. We also beat them. But it's a team that, from all accounts, is well coached, likes to control the football, try to control the clock. Looking at their numbers, they seem to be down a little bit as far as their overall team goes, but the 11 on the field are what matters.
Sure.
Just a 23-man roster for North Delta with pretty much a junior sort of led class, 6 sophomores, 6 seniors, and 11 juniors.
They are the Green Wave, I'm told. Somebody said maybe the Fighting Irish, but that would be convenient with the North Delta, but we're going to go with Green Wave.
I knew it was something green, but I couldn't remember. I think the last time we played them that I recall, because I think I've had a kid playing ever since then, was 2013. We played them opening game up there and beat them. So not a team that we play a whole lot.
Right. Well, if they're as good as Kirk is, that division is going to be pretty competitive moving forward in the season. So.
Yeah, they put a hurting last week on Rossville Christian Academy from Rossville, Tennessee. I don't know a lot about them, but they did win their game last week, 42-0. And I believe, by all accounts, they've got a good offense. Our captains tonight are Billy Perry and John Houston Ferguson for the Mustangs.
Please bow your heads for prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and thank you for these players. I pray that these athletes play to the best of their ability, remain injury-free, and give all of the glory and honor to you. I pray for safe travels home for both teams and that your name be honored through all we do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing, place your right hand over your heart, and face the flag as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
It's like another good crowd here filing in. It feels warmer than last week. I don't know.
Right now there's a little less breeze. It's not raining, so
that's right.
That's wonderful. So far it looks like we're going to go 2 without being wet.
You mentioned the captains.
I was going to say, you mentioned the crowd. Always a good crowd here at Pilla. Really is amazing how many folks show up for these games. Proud to see that.
You mentioned the captains for the Mustangs. The Green Wave is going to start with Aiden Sykes, number 24. 44 is Martin Wolf. Is that 50? Nolan Long, and 15, Leighton Wells. Along with the Mustang captains Billy Perry and John Houston Ferguson, a couple of seniors, I believe. So
absolutely.
We'll see how this goes. We did talk to Coach Crowder's been generous with his time with us the first couple of weeks, and we had another brief conversation this week, and you could tell he was relieved to get that first one out of his off his chest and get the win, of course.
Captain for your Mustangs,
and he
number
was
3, John
proud of his
Ferguson.
kids. Obviously got a lot to clean
And
up.
number
But what else did you take from that
Billy
call?
Perry.
You know, he wanted to see a team that was physically and mentally tough this year. That was one of the game plans for the season. One of their philosophies was to establish that and to win a game like they did, where they had several opportunities to go up and have a multiple touchdown lead, and that didn't happen because of mistakes that we made. A couple unfortunate calls there that you don't call them game changers, but they certainly did change what it looked like was about to happen, and we fought back from that.
Right.
We punched them in the mouth and scored, and they punched us back in the mouth and scored, and we didn't quit. Took the ball down a minute and 13 seconds down the field, made some good throws, some good execution, and grew up real quick. Learned how to win close ball games, and that's important because if you're competitive, you're going to be in close ball games, and you got to learn how to finish them. So
that's right.
I think he was pleased. Certainly, I think he saw some progress too from the jamboree to the first game, but plenty to work on. He had a lot of respect for
win the toss and have
a lot of respect for North Delta, the coaching staff, and he really said, "Look, expect a physical game where both teams will want to control the ball, particularly North Delta." He said, reminded him a lot of our philosophy last year and game plan last year was to control the ball with our run. And,
right.
And so that's what we look to do. And I mentioned the size of the number of players. They have only 23 players on the roster, and it looks about like what they have with them. But they have some big boys. And no doubt looks like a lot of them are linemen, and we'll have to win the battle in the trenches because both teams are going to try to run the ball.
Right. Mustangs won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so Mustangs will be kicking off to the green wave to start this ball game in about a minute and a half. So I didn't see which way they'll be going. We'll figure that out when they get out on the field. But
we're defending the south.
We're defending the south end zone, so we'll be kicking off to them here shortly. I think
Here come your Mustangs.
One thing we noticed last week was the conditioning. It appeared to pay off, the off-season conditioning, and appears our boys may have been in a little better shape than the opponent last week. I think that paid off as we started to get some late game turnovers, and like you said, making plays when you had to. So I think that hopefully will pay off again tonight when you're playing a team when you've got the number advantage in a hot environment. I think that's something that you need to use to your advantage. And he talked about that. He did say he was going to try to get some more players in tonight. He kind of got, comfortable with what he was doing and didn't want to change it. And he wants to get some more guys in to get some more reps.
You mentioned that, and that's a good point. He said, last week there were some guys he wanted to get in the game that he did not, and he said, we're going to do it this week. So the Mustangs are still trying to get better, but obviously they're trying to win every football game too. They got better last week, and we're going to hope to see that again. And again, as I look at North Delta, they don't have many people on the sidelines, but they look like a good, solid team on the field with some, probably a little bit bigger than we are, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, you may be right. The kicking game was a point of, discussion amongst everybody last week. We I guess Pooch kicked it to the corner most kickoffs last week. Seraphin Simone did the kicking. Now we've got Dane Sanford who's going to do the kicking. And I feel like he's probably going to try to kick it deep. We've got deep to receive for the Green Wave. Number 3 is Matt Johnson, and is that number 15? Maybe Leighton Wells.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but North Delta has some good running backs, but probably not the duo that Kirk had. And we're going to kick the ball deep.
Taking about the 15. Spin move. Got a little bit of a seam. Dane Sanford's not your average kicker to knock somebody out of bounds, so they're going to get across the 50-yard line and start in Mustang territory at the 48. So
that was one of those 6 seniors, Leighton Wells, and really looked like it was going to be a pretty benign kind of play, and he made a nice spin move, caught the backside of the kicking team kind of funneling in, and was able to break it outside, take it across the 50, and Green Wave will be in business on the Mustang 48. Look for him to come out and some kind of 2 tight end or 2 slot set and run the ball. Let's see what happens here.
Got Lawson Steed, Hayden Pilla, and Britt Reichley across the defensive front. It's like a tight formation, 2 backs, maybe 2 tight ends.
As advertised, that's what we were looking for, and it'll be a 1-yard gain.
The Mustangs read it well. Number
7, Levi G on the carry.
57.
Levi
21, Hayes
G,
Bennett for the Mustangs.
tackled by number 21, Hayes Bennett, about a 1-yard carry, so it'll be second and 9. Hayes crashed that end pretty good, so it looked like we had that one read pretty well.
Yeah, it looked like Hayden Pillow was in there too, kind of stopping it up. The ball carrier really didn't have anywhere to go. It was kind of a counter back to the left side. I formation now. 2 tights.
Mustangs show blitz. Gets
Over
past the first
pursuit.
man. It's tackled across the 45-yard line by number 11, Brock Makeson.
Carry for the Wave. He's tackled by number 11, Brock Makeson.
Brings up another third down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And about long 5 maybe from the 44.
Yeah, they got a good push there though. Really, our defense was taking off the ball there. We're going to have to hold our ground a little better than that. So far, first 2 plays are what we expected.
That's right. We got a hand on him in the backfield, but
Yeah.
hand tackling's not going to get it done. So this looks like the Mustangs of last year.
Yeah, everybody's in tight.
Misdirection to 44.
Yeah, and that's just a bad play by our number 4, John Aiden Brown.
Number 44, Martin Wolf on the
He
carry
came
for
up
the Wave.
and just came too deep.
He's tackled by number 57, Hayden
And so
Pillow.
he was forced to try to
Number
arm
7,
tackle. He's
Walker
got to come upfield and
That'll be
be a
first
little
down
more
for the
disciplined,
Wave.
break down there, and I'm sure the coaches will point that out to him because it was read well. He just came in too deep.
That was a problem last week, getting off the field in 3rd down.
Yeah.
Mustangs do a good job on 1st and 2nd down and still can't get it off the field. So
if he could have held him up, we'd have gotten some help for him.
That's right. All 11 in tight. And 44 goes in motion to give it up the middle to 7, Levi G, and he gets another good gain on 1st down.
Levi G on the carry.
Right
He's
now,
picked
they're
up by
doing
number
what they
6,
want to
Dane
do.
Centric.
3 yards in a cloud of
Second
dust,
down.
control the clock. That's their MO. And Mustangs are going to have to come up with a stop. 9 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Do we have a clock this time or not? We do. Okay, good. Is it working?
It is working.
All right. Look at us improving from week 1 to week 2.
We've made some improvements between week 1 and 2 as well. Green Wave comes to the line about 7 yards to go for a 1st down. Gives it a jet sweep style of number 4. He had a hole tackled there by number 3, John Houston Ferguson, across
Number
the 25,
4,
close to
Rick
1st down
Robertson
yardage, maybe just
on the carry.
a bit short.
He dropped down by number 18, Tate Gailey.
Tate Gailey. Tate
Third
Gailey had a
down.
good game last week. Coach mentioned the fact that he stepped up there and played, and we know Tate's tough for sure.
He's playing, I guess, one of the inside linebackers,
Yep.
or would you say that's a middle linebacker, just depending on how the formation goes. He's inside for sure, though.
Still gave up too much. It'd be 3rd and 2, probably in 4-down territory, but the Mustangs need to get some penetration here and at least force it to a 4th down.
Inside handoff to G again. Lawson Steed is there to stop him
Number
for a short
7,
game, but it may have been
Levi G on the
enough.
carry.
It's going to be very close.
He's
Probably
stopped by
got
number
it.
52, Britt Reichley, and number 55, Lawson Steed.
Going to mark it at the 22. They're
Yes,
already
1st
moving
down.
them to 1st down. So 2nd 1st down on this drive. Clock's
Good
going
enough for a 1st down for the
close
Wave.
to 8 minutes. They'll wind it on a 1st down here.
Well, needed 2, got 2.5. 1st down, moved the chains.
And if you can do this as an offense and not turn the ball over, or, Coach Crowder mentioned this week, if from a Pilla standpoint, if you can come hit them in the mouth, get a couple touchdowns lead, take them out of their game plan. But as long as they're able to do this is right what they want to do.
That was a good play. Good.
Britt Reichley, another one that had a good
Martin
game last
Wolf on the
week.
carry. He's stopped by number 52, Britt Reichley.
Tough like his mother.
Yeah, he is tough like his mother, and he reads well like his mother. What he did there was he felt the pressure and fought through it and was able to get enough of him to stop him in the hole on the opposite side of where he's being blocked. And so good for him. That it's still a 2-yard game, but that's better than that 3 or 4.
That's right. Ball's on the 21-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 8. It's a good first down defense by the Mustangs. Leighton Wells brings his team to the fumbles on the balls on the ground and break for the Mustangs there. Leighton Wells was able to fall on it, but not before a loss of about 3 yards. So he's going to back him up to a 3rd and 11, which is exactly what you want in a defense like this.
In offense, yeah. And this kind of offense, now you see what they do. According to the scouting report, they will throw the ball. Maybe it's not their strong suit, but they're not afraid to try it. And I'm sure when you have a running game like this, you've got your certain little play actions and dump passes that you work over and over again. And
you'll throw it out of the same formation.
Yeah, you'll throw it out of the same formation. It's not like they're going to get out there and trips all of a sudden. But it'll be their first 3rd and long. Let's see what they do. Still in tight. And
inside
right
the 44, Britt is there and makes another good play.
44.
It looked like that had a chance to break free, but Britt closed that hole pretty well.
Closed it up.
Dropped down by number 52, Britt Reichley.
Loss of 2 yards back to the 25. So, again, this is probably 4-down territory just because of where they are on the field. So it's going to be 4th and 12 from the 25. So Mustangs got one more down to get the ball back here, but good stiff defense by the front of the Mustangs.
But I'll tell you, it looked like you could drive a Cadillac through there for just a second. But we closed on it, and again, it'd be interesting to see what they do. They still didn't try a pass. It wouldn't surprise me if they did here, but we'll just have to see.
That's right.
Sure appreciate y'all joining us tonight for the live stream. We're excited to bring it to you. We were just talking about how hot it is, when that sun gets flat like it is now. All of a sudden it gets a whole lot cooler.
That's right. We also, while we have a short break, Mr. Benuzowitz is going to be rolling through some ads. We mentioned some guys, some companies last week. You'll see them on the screen, hear some of them. But we certainly appreciate all of those supporters of Pillow Mustang Athletics. And again, if you want to reach out to Matt Hudson, we've still got some room for some more. There's always room for some more ads. So Mr. Benuzowitz is tightening up some issues. That's a first-time deal for our live stream. So we are always making progress, and it looks really good. So he's giving me the thumbs up. So Mr. Benuzowitz is a hard-working gentleman around here at campus. So we appreciate all of his hard work he does around here. So 4th down and 12 to go for the Green Wave. They're going to go to shotgun, Hank. They didn't go to the trips, but they did go to the trips.
They did go to trips.
Brought another quarterback in and throws to the former quarterback. So number 16, Sims Doral, throws to Leighton Wells, but it's incomplete. So
that's a big stop for the Mustangs there. Not the kind of team you want to go down to because the way they can control the ball. That looked like a mix-up there. Just a straight. Well, the receiver, number 15, the other quarterback ran a slant, and it looked like 16, Mr. Doral was throwing some sort of curl or just made a bad throw, one or the other. Drew Lamb's in at quarterback.
Dane Sanford to his left. Drew's going to come out, airing it out. He's got a man. Brock Jacobson's picking up where he left off from last week. Wow, good start for the Mustangs. Brock Jacobson all the way for the touchdown. So
that'll work.
Drew looked comfortable back there with that one, Hank.
He looked very comfortable, and I was going to say we didn't know who would get the start. Everybody's battling a little bit of injury bug, but Coach decided to go with Drew, who's a great baseball pitcher and looks comfortable in the pocket, and just went to Brock Jacobson, and that's back-to-back for Brock. One at the end of last week's game to win it, and one to take the lead this week, 6-0 Mustangs with 5:38 to go, and Coach decided to go for the juggler on the first play and was successful.
He sure did. I got that as a 76-yard pass and catch from Drew Lamb to Brock Jacobson. So
that helped.
Brock's going to come in on the PAT team and hold for Seraphim Simone, who kicked well last week, kicked a field goal and made all his PATs. So we'll see how he does this week. Looks true to me.
Kept that one under the wind.
The extra point is good by number 51, Seraphim Simone.
Well, Mustangs up 7-0. We get a beautiful fireworks show every touchdown. That's sponsored by Mr. Dynamite Kirk Auto Group. And, of course, the cannon firing. Usually we get it right as we go across the goal line.
He may not have been ready for a 76-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he was locked and loaded. He was ready to go. Who is our cannon man this year?
I'm not sure. Mr. Robbins used to do it, Bastille used to do it, but I don't think he's doing it. I know they were looking for somebody.
His son's on the team. Whoever it was locked and loaded. Well, very quickly, Mustangs gain a 7-0 lead on a 76-yard touchdown pass.
And I think that's got to be kind of going to what Coach Crowder wanted to do. He'd like to jump on this team and get a lead and take advantage or be able to neutralize what they want to do on offense and take them out of their game.
He does not want to play from behind from a team that can control the ball like they do. Smart, I certainly don't think they were expecting that by any means. Mustangs just now need to stiffen up on defense and get the ball back and try to do it again.
Dane's going to try to kick another one out of the end zone here. He didn't kind of miss that first one, but looks like he's lining up to do it again.
That one's going to be a little difficult to handle there. Nope.
15 is going to be a busy man tonight. He's going to take it across close to the 30. A good field position for the Green Wave.
Taken down by Tate Gailey.
He's knocked out of bounds by number 18, Tate Gailey.
So the defense is going to come back onto the field and see if they can get another 3 and out and get the ball back to their offense. Offense is running pretty efficient so far. 1 for 1.
Yep, 1 for 1. Looks like the Mustangs have the same front out there. Pretty much same personnel that were out there before. Here come the Green Wave again in that very tight formation with 2 tight ends and a slot to the right, slot to the left.
Move 44 in motion. Give it back inside to good tackle there after first down yardage is gained. Brock Jacobson, number 4 on the carry is Britt Robertson. That was it's going to be one of those defenses that you got to stay at home and you can't be fighting on every fake because there's holes going to be opening up.
They're going to make several fakes. The quarterback reverses out every time. The running backs are coming at angles to hit the holes, and that one it kind of looked like everything was going right. Came back left, had a huge hole and a good stop there by Brock Jacobson after the first down, but saved one from being a touchdown there.
Green Wave
straight up the
gut.
Of
a pitch to number 7 there. He's tackled by our number 6, Dane Sanford, Levi Gee, or G. I hope I'm getting that right. Across the 45 to the 46.
Second down.
5 yards to go for another first down. This looks like an offense that is not going to be learned overnight. It's going to take a lot of execution. You got a lot of moving parts, a lot of people moving in the right in one direction or the other to make it execute as it should.
A lot of movement there to make you step one way when they're going the other. It's just about a fraction of a second to get through that hole.
Same formation for the Green Wave.
Mustangs have 5 men on closer to the line of scrimmage this time. Good job
by the
linebackers there.
G, the ball carrier
for the Wave.
I see
maybe 2 yards or maybe a yard.
52, Britt Reichley.
Going to put it on the 47.
44 was in there too. That was a good team tackle. I like seeing 2 linemen and a linebacker get out of the pile, 1 or 2 yards down the,
that's right.
down the field. That's
usually going to indicate a short gain.
Yeah, and just that we didn't get blown off the ball.
That's right.
Never really got into our secondary.
3rd down and a long 4. Green Wave in their usual set, moves 7 in motion, gets back to 44.
Yeah.
Mustangs had that pretty well snuffed out. 44, Billy Perry was in there, and a couple of other Mustangs. So that's going to back them up another yard. So that's going to be back to the 46.
See if that was Billy that stunted. But we had a blitzing linebacker in there and timed it perfectly, and we were in the backfield when they were trying to make all those fakes and handoff.
It's like Dane came off a little.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was maybe his hand he was kind of holding.
Mustangs and the punt return formation. Green Wave back to punt from their own 36-yard line. Ball was blown dead before the snap. I didn't see a flag. Maybe a timeout, Mustangs. Looks like with Dane coming out, that kind of discombobulated the punt return team, so they had to take a timeout, which is not what you want to do, but it is still early in the season, so we'll get it worked out.
I don't know that we had punt return last week, did we? Did they ever punt any? I know we punted
Russell
one.
Wilson, and I'm not one to argue with Russell. He says they punted once. I know we punted once because Dane punted it to the near side, but Russell says they punted once. We almost caught it. It was to us. But Russell says that Kirk punted once, and I don't recall it. A lot was going on last week.
Russell has never made a mistake.
He is, not since I've known him.
Can you guys give a shout out to Webster's and Barnes Lunch? Never mind. I'll tell you in a second. Never mind.
So we'll come back from the Mustang timeout.
Okay.
And we'll still see the green wave from North Delta in the punt formation, and Brock Makeumson is back now instead of, I think before we had Hayes Bennett back there.
That's right.
But I think we're going to more of a conservative to guard the fake.
Styles rolling, punts it. Brock's going to let it drop. Looks like it's going to back up.
Should back up.
Green wave down it. Across the 30-yard line, about the 31.
I think it's less than 20 yards of change of field position. Not much. It looked like a pitching wedge coming in. It had backspin on it.
That's right. About 23 yards, what I could count. But Mustang's going to take over with just under 3 minutes to go.
Drew Lamb still will be in the quarterback spot in the shotgun, and Dane's back in. So whatever was bothering him it was hurting, not an injury. He'll be over.
Has Nelson been out there on defense, Hank? I haven't seen. So he is.
Well, he was. No, he was on the punt team just then.
So he is playing. I think is.
Got Walker Wood in at fullback.
Drew takes the snap, gives it to Dane. Straight ahead, not much there.
That's what they saw on film. That's what they were looking for.
And you mentioned that they're a big up front, and that paid off there. They didn't get much.
71 gets the award. They don't have sizes on here, but 71 Drake Martin.
No gain.
He's just a sophomore too. He's a big guy. Looks like he's right tackle. Left tackle, sort of shading the center. He's kind of a nose guard.
Lamb sends Hayes Bennett in motion, jet sweep. Some blockers out front. Can't cut it up. Fumbles the ball, and is
actually this may be what we
blocks,
wanted.
And he's got one man to beat, and he beats him. And Hayes turns a disaster into a touchdown.
Well, to be honest with you, I've been talking about it since last year. When he is in space, he's going to be likely faster than you. He's pretty shifty. We keep trying to get him in space, and I'm going to give him a hard time here. He keeps dropping the ball. But that time, I told the coach, I said, his problem is, Coach, he's wanting to dribble before he runs. And he dribbled it there, but fortunate, too, that when he came out, he obviously had one man to beat, but we didn't get any blocks in the back, which often happens when you –
you start looking for those when that reverses direction like that. And I didn't see any. Mustangs did a good job blocking it on the backside, and you can see he's trying to get Hayes the ball in space.
You got to get him the ball in space. That's not the way it was drawn up, but you can see it works when you do.
PAT is good.
Extra point is good by number 51, Serafin Simone.
So I got 3 plays, 2 touchdowns, Hank.
Yep. We're slacking, though. Took 2 plays that time.
That's right. 69-yard touchdown run for Hayes Bennett, his first one of the year. So that's what he does.
Yeah. He when he gets out in the open, he's fast, and he actually jumped too. I mean, he's just an athletic kid, but he'll find it a lot easier to outrun everybody if he won't drop the ball first.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't get used to doing that.
Yeah.
I know Coach Crowder would rather him just take the ball.
That ball's
and
not round, and sometimes it doesn't bounce back to you. He did a good job recovering there, and again, you see why they want to get him in space.
Well, Dane had his 2 chances, so didn't capitalize on kicking it deep. We're going to give Seraphin a chance. He's got a very strong leg, has been quite obvious these first 2 games.
Great soccer player.
Good kick there, end over end to the 15.
Not a lot of hang time, but yeah, that'll work. 30-yard line.
That's right.
31-yard line.
Matt Johnson on the return for the Waves. Faced out by number 44, Billy Perry.
Minute 59 left to go in the first. Mustangs lead 14-0. Have run just 3 offensive plays. Big touchdown by a connection 76-yard pass from Drew Lamb to Brock Macomson, and then on the second play from scrimmage, a busted play that turned out to be a 69-yard touchdown for Hayes Bennett. So the Mustang defense has spent most of the time on the field for the Mustangs, and got a little different look here from the Green Wave with a guy out wide to the left. Same type of play, though.
Number 4 takes it across 30 or close to the 35-yard line. So first good game they've had in a few plays.
Yeah. Britt Reichley. And number 7, Walker Wood.
Hayden Pilla had a shot at him, but he was a little bit past him and broke through his arm tackle, and we got him. That would have been around the line of scrimmage, but the rest of the team showed up about 4 yards later. It'd be 2nd and 6.
64 is out there. Andrew Black getting some.
Yep.
He mentioned Andrew Black on the call. He
sure
wanted to
did.
get Andrew some more playing time.
Mustangs more in a 5-man front now, just a 5-3. All the linebackers are blitzing. We just blitzed the wrong hole.
Number 7 takes it, and Brock's going to tackle him, but not before he reaches the 45-yard line, which is enough for the first down. So,
tell you what, Brock, I like the way Brock hit him high there, and I don't know if that's been taught to them.
Right.
But when he hit him high there, he made sure that he wrapped up and spun him to get him on the ground, and did not just try to hit him high and think he's going to fall down. That's a more sure way, get him off balance by kind of throwing him a little bit, getting a good grip on him. So good tackle there, but unfortunately it's a first down.
Green Wave stay in this formation with a single receiver.
Busted.
Mustangs read that, or as you say, it may have been busted. They did us a favor, but either way, it's a big loss. Britt Reichley seems to be very active tonight.
Nelson Hodges.
And there's Nelson.
7, Hayden Pillow.
Nelson's playing a defensive end over there, I guess.
Lost the 5 yards. 2nd down.
Yes, and it looked that's that 5-man front that we were coming with, and looked to me like, I don't know if we busted the play or if they had a bust on it, but there was a lot of guys in silver standing next to each other.
It was definitely disrupted by our front over there. They got maybe where they wanted to go, and then it busted it on. We busted it, but either way, it's a loss of about 5 yards. 2nd 15 to go back to their formation. Number 7, Levi G, gets close to the original line of scrimmage, about at the 45-yard line. So it brings up another 3rd down and long. That ends our first quarter. So we'll take a 14-0 lead. Good first quarter, Hank. Exactly what Coach Crowder, I don't think he could have asked for a better first quarter.
Nope. Defense is
so we're going to step away and pay some bills.
I may be an orthodontist, but I know a thing or two about...
Perfect. Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
It's harvest time for farmers across the state of Mississippi. So into the tractors and off to the fields they go. And that means you might come face to face with one on your rural roadways. For their safety and yours, please slow down and give these tractors and other farm equipment the space they need. You may even have to move off the road for a moment. Just like you, they want to do their job and return safely to their homes and their loved ones. This message brought to you by your Delta area Farm Bureau families.
We're back again. Thanks for those sponsors of the live stream. Really appreciate all the support. And we are back with going to switch sides here. Mustangs going to defend a 3rd and close to 11 from the Green Wave 45. So Mustangs have put them in some long yardage. They've got some first downs, but they've kind of bent and not broke. Go back to the shotgun. I can't tell if that's the 15 or 16, the quarterback.
I think it's 16. It's taller.
High snap, 16 rolls right. Got a man that it's a good idea by 16 is Sims, Durrell, and intended for Styles, Rowland. So he had a man. He turned it upfield and had some open space. Couldn't connect. So brings up a 4th down and 11. I believe they'll get into punt formation. 14 is going to be Styles, Rowland. So good job by the Mustangs defense.
We're more convinced they're going to punt it this time. So we still have Brock in there at free safety, but we do have Hayes back behind him deep to receive it. Standing on about his 22-yard line, zone 22. Ooh, that one's going to have a lot of weird bounces to it. Hopefully Hayes didn't touch it.
Touched it. He almost clipped his lineman in the back of the head with that punt. So
that was a very effective punt.
Ball's going to be down at the 15, so that's going to be close to a 40-yard punt.
To use the golf analogy, that was his little punch 4-iron there instead of his pitching wedge. But it was very effective, and I was giving Hayes a hard time there about bobbling the ball. He didn't want to. That was not one he wanted to start on, trying to field it cleanly. It had a lot of spin on it.
Mustangs will take over at their 16-yard line.
Got a whistle for something.
Timeout on the Mustangs.
Okay, Mustangs take their second. We didn't like what we saw. Getting a little cloud build up here. Check the weather.
Flag is moving, blowing in the north direction, and you got a pretty good cloud blowing over one of these summertime clouds. So.
Feels like somebody just turned the air conditioner on.
Yeah, if it stays like this, we'll take it without any rain.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a special recognition to Kirk Brothers Auto for the donation of the sideline cooling fans. And we also want to give a special thanks to Webster's for providing the Mustang pregame meal today.
Not sure about that timeout. Just something that we didn't like as far as formation or personnel. So we'll be down to our final timeout of the half. Drew Lamb stays in at quarterback with four wide receivers. Gives inside to Dane Sanford. He's got space, gets very close to first down yardage. So that's first time Dane's had positive yardage tonight. So we hadn't gotten him going after a big game last week.
I think we might be about to get a little shower. It's actually coming out of the east, and that flag is now, the wind's blowing out of the east.
He's back on by number 16. Durrell.
Doesn't look like a very big storm, but it built up just coming out of the southeast. Look at that. Intercepted.
Interception there by number 3 for the Green Wave, Matt Johnson. That pass was intended for John.
Yeah, it was a little high. John Heston went up and batted it up in the air, and they won the Oski and got it and made a good little return on it and sets them up. North Delta be on the 28-yard line of the Mustangs here early in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 8 seconds to go, and they'll be in business.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted.
Not what we wanted. A little bit of a high pass, a lot of defenders around. If it had been a good throw or a good catch, been a first down, but ball bounced up in the air and plenty of people to catch it in the area.
Two tight ends, almost an offset eye. Gives to G.
Yeah.
Been a busy man so far. Gains about 2 to the 26-yard line.
Levi G on the carry.
Yeah, so again right there, who gets out of the pile are 2 down linemen and the defensive end. That means they're not getting into our secondary. We like that.
Gain, second down.
All right, we've got John Houston Ferguson playing right cornerback with John Heston Powers. Brock Makerson deep safety, and everybody else is in the box, as they say. Clock's moving towards 10 minutes to go in the first half. cloud's moving pretty fast. So.
Now number 1 is way deep on the left side, way out wide. I think that was just
Inside
for show.
give to Fumble. They're going to
As-
call it down.
Yeah, I didn't see the ball till the whistle was blowing.
Martin Wolf was the ball carrier. I couldn't see it. I think they probably got that right.
44, Martin Wolf on the carry.
By the time we could all see it, for sure, they were blowing the whistle. But
3rd down and 6 to go from the 23-yard line.
a couple of these balloons that have gotten free are they're really moving.
Doesn't look like much behind it.
No, but I believe if there's anybody listening in the stands, you might want to get your raincoat ready.
I understand it's raining in Greenwood, which is not unusual. 44 goes in motion. Mustangs, they call another timeout?
I was about to say it had to be that or a false start because no one moved and the ball was centered.
Green Wave calls the timeout, so their first timeout of the half. And we need to hold our stuff down here, Hank. First timeout of the half with 9:35 to go in the second quarter.
Live score update coming from Kirk Academy. The Kirk Academy Raiders lead the Carroll Academy Raiders. The Rebels 13-0.
Kirk beating Carroll 13-0. Green Wave coming to a tight set, giving to Levi G. He's met after a few yards to gain. I think that was may have been Dane.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down.
Levi G on the carry.
Good lick there, but way too far down the field.
18, Tate Gailey.
They're running the ball hard.
Ball's at the 16-yard line, so call it another first down and 10. Green Wave trying to capitalize on the first turnover of the game, an interception by Lamb. We got it deep in Mustang territory here. Leighton Wells brings his team to the line. Receiver split wide left, brings a man in motion, gives it to that man, number 4, but he's met by Hayes Bennett with a good first down tackle, maybe a yard.
Rich Robertson on the carry.
Good tackle. Getting reports that it's raining hard in Greenwood.
7, Walker Wood. No gain. 2nd down.
Maybe it'll stay in Greenwood.
Flag on the play.
I think he's counting players. Yeah, it's going to be illegal. It was a legal shift.
They got 12 of them.
Is
They
it
got 12
of
players,
them?
yeah.
Legal
Substitution on the way.
Or illegal lack of substitution. Somebody didn't come off.
Everybody's sitting out there counting
1, 2,
players.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They
There
still
comes.
have 12.
There you go.
There goes number 3. He was voted off the island. Matt Johnson.
Brings that
Now he
second
wants to
down
come back on.
And
Now it's 15's voted off the island, which is the quarterback. So a little something now.
now if the quarterback's going to get to play from the coach, there we
44.
go.
There we go. Martin Wolf is coming off, and 15 was using the opportunity to get to play from the coach. It'd be 2nd and 15.
That's right, from the 21. Shotgun formation gives to Levi G, and he is not going anywhere.
He's stuck by
Who's the
Britt
first contact?
Reichley and either 2 or 6, either Nelson or
stopped hard by
Dane.
Chris Reichley, along with number 2, Nelson Hodges.
That's the way you tackle.
Timeout, Greenway.
Timeout.
Timeout on North Delta.
This reminds me of the third quarter last week. We couldn't get through it with official timeouts, injury timeouts, and timeouts. So
yeah, between the sun and the weather blowing in, it feels like the temperature's dropped about 15 degrees, 20 degrees. Well, we've got the big dark cloud over us, but it's not dropping any rain yet. Keep getting reports that 4 or 5 miles away from here, it's really pouring down. So hopefully it'll run out of steam before it gets to us.
I know we added Barnes Paper and Webster's to the list, so we appreciate those guys.
Thank you, Matt Deemy, and
we'll get them. And we'll give them some more run at halftime. Fresh Laundry I see on the board. So
got a lot of good businesses in Greenwood that we're all fortunate to have here, and the Mustangs are fortunate to have their support in so many ways.
Leighton Wells goes back to the shotgun with G beside him to his right. 2 receivers to his right, gives it inside to a little shovel pass and gained to about the 15.
We were in position to get it, but we didn't. Looks like they got 6 or 7 yards out of it, maybe.
Yeah, that play looked like it had some life to it. Britt Robertson catches a shovel pass coming to the near side, brings up a 4th and 9. Another 4th down for the Green Wave. Mustangs stopped them on the last one, so hopefully they can do that again.
Let's see. The only time they've thrown it is when 16 was at quarterback. Looks like 15 is going to remain at quarterback. So could be a pass play, but a little less likely. Trips left.
Nope.
It's a bad snap and sacked by Nelson Hodges deep in the backfield.
The play is getting blown dead.
It's going to be offside, illegal procedure. That's fortunate for the Green Wave if that's the case. Yeah, it was a dead ball.
Another 5 yards back to the 21 again. So
it was a dead ball, but he snapped it over his head, which led to the sack.
Coach Crowder's trying to decline it, but that's a dead ball foul. I don't think he's going to get the opportunity to do that. He'd rather take that play.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying it's pretty fortunate actually for North Delta, but Coach Crowder was going to make sure the referee knew his rules and didn't let him decline it.
So 4th and 14 from the 20-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to go in the first half.
So the Green Wave will have another opportunity here. Clock's running, 6:54 in the second. Two wide right.
G to his right, 2 wides right.
And a tight end. Another high snap.
Bounced right to him, and he's getting outside, but I don't think he's got anywhere to go.
Good tackle by John Houston Ferguson.
15, Leighton Wells with the ball.
So I don't know if the centers, if we're putting some pressure on him or what, but that was 2 snaps that were over the quarterback's head, and certainly helps negate the trouble we could have found ourselves in with that interception. And Mustangs will take the ball back over on their own 25-yard line with about 6:38 to go in the second quarter. With a dark cloud over our heads, but no rain yet.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to miss it or not. We have been lucky so far, and I'll take this temperature. Drew Lamb brings his offense to the line of scrimmage, gives it inside to
should have been Dane,
Sanford.
Dane
Short gain.
With the ball for the Mustangs.
Call it 2.
He's stopped by number 54, Max Michael.
Mustangs looking over for the play call. Drew looks pretty comfortable back there, Hank. I know he and Nelson both kind of have been sharing the quarterback duty, so he's not unfamiliar with the position.
Not at all. He's a very versatile player. He plays line, he plays tight end, he plays quarterback, but he actually had more of the reps coming into the season just because.
Pitch out to the near side. Hayes Bennett cuts it up and takes a pretty good lick, gets close to the 30-yard line, so brings up a 3rd down.
I think all preseason Nelson was battling a little injury, and so Drew's very comfortable. He's had a lot of reps. Good size fella.
Official timeout on the
Official
field.
timeout for some reason. Who is? I hadn't seen who would fill in on that tight end position. John Heston was a receiver, but he played receiver some last week, so I hadn't seen who's.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. It's a good point.
Tight end position that Drew has vacated. Got some umbrellas already out that are not going to be caught in the rain out there. Some folks looked at the forecast. I did not, Hank.
Oh, I think this just popped up. This was not in the forecast. Tell you what, the Lord's putting on a pretty show, though, in the sky. We got some dark clouds and some pink clouds, and they're kind of rolling in.
Junior high dancers and our junior high cheerleaders.
So Nelson is going to take this snap, if I'm not mistaken.
And to answer your question,
Nelson is going to fake to the up back and take it himself, and not going to get to the first down. He's going to have about 30
with the quarterback keeper
to the 31-yard line. Brings up a third down. Let's see what the Mustangs. Fourth down. I'm sorry. Mustangs going to punt or stay on the field. Looks like they're going to stay on and go for it.
That's surely we're just trying to draw them off sides.
Going to maybe take the penalty. Nelson doesn't look like he's going to take a snap. Clock runs down with 5 seconds to go. We got one more timeout, so either we take the timeout. He does take the timeout, so that'll be all the timeouts we have with 5 minutes to go.
Well, that trying to draw them offside worked a whole lot last week. First game of the season. You got to hope your team doesn't jump off sides when you try that, but we tried it there. That was the plan all the way. I think you'll see the Mustangs come out and punt. I wouldn't think them 4th and 5 we were going to turn the ball over in our own.
No,
risk turning the ball over.
Not with a 14-0 lead. So
good try.
Yeah, well-coached defense over there by the Green Wave, so they were disciplined.
For more info on the awards dinner,
5 minutes on the spot to go in the
on behalf of the Pill Academy
second quarter. Mustangs with a 14-0 lead, and we'll see the second punt of the season from Dane Sanford. And feel like it's going to be better than his first one was last week.
This wind is going to do some things to this ball. Good snap.
Oh, it's a good punt.
End over end punt. That thing may roll.
Yeah, get on down there, ball.
Get close to the 20-yard line.
21. Nice punt for Dane Sanford.
He kicked it from about his 20 to the 21, so that's close to, we'll call it 59 yards. Or you can round it up to 60 just for nice.
Yeah.
Easy counting.
60 sounds better.
That's right. Better than his last punt.
Yeah. Speaking of better, this is for you, Larry. Hope Jim's gout gets better soon.
I understand he had gotten better, maybe had a setback this week.
Yeah, seems like we've been battling that thing forever. Larry, we appreciate your monetary contribution to the Pill Academy live stream.
First and 10
for bringing that out.
For the Green Wave. Take the snap from under center. Gives it to Levi G, and he is met by Lawson Steed and Hayden Pilla, and they're not going to let him get back to the line of scrimmage. Again, you keep talking about the defensive front, and they are showing up and showing out right now.
Steed, along with 57, Hayden Pilla. Lost of 1 yard, second down.
Two solid-looking juniors there, Hayden and Lawson. Both of them got a lot of playing experience last year as well.
Levi G catches the pitch, was a little behind him, but not able to get back to the 20-yard line.
Levi G, the ball carrier.
Britt Reichley in on that tackle with John Aiden Brown.
Britt Reichley. And number 4, John Aiden Brown. No gain. Third down.
Third down and 11. Mustangs again doing a really good job on defense up front. Hadn't called many DBs or corners in the secondary getting tackles, and that's what you want to see not letting these guys get out into space and really being physical up front.
Yep. We're not letting them do what they want to do consistently. They've had a few plays there where they've gotten some good positive yardage, but we're not letting them do it 3 times in a row, and that's what they want is 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And
passes is complete over there on the side, far side. Good throw and catch, and he tried to tiptoe and stay in bounds and reach the first down, but he was not able to do that. So that's going to bring up 4th and about 5 from the
good play call.
27. Green Wave go into punt formation. Mustangs don't have anybody back right now. Brock is playing safety. He may just back up and receive this punt with 3:19 to go. Lets that ball go over his head, and the ball's going to go into Mustang territory and be down to about the 36, 37-yard line. So Mustangs take back over, hopefully trying to get one more score before they go to the halftime break, and hopefully we can get to halftime without any rain. That'd be good.
That'd be good. I'll take the score if we get some, and rain's fine. Mr. Brown down there on the sidelines, he's seen this before. He's
not going to be caught.
He's got his rain suit on, but
Drew Lambs brings us. Here comes the rain, Hank.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Coming in sideways. Not huge drops yet. We got a skybox, though. We're in good shape.
That's right.
You got to secure the football
check
here.
Your equipment out. Drew Lamb pitches it to the right. Dane Sanford takes a pretty good lick, but falls forward as he normally does across the 40 to the 41.
He's tackled by number 55, Rich Alderson.
Mustang's not in a big hurry. Got to protect the football here as it gets slippery.
That's right. That's priority 1.
Another give to Sanford. Gets around the right side, close to the 45.
Dane Sanford, the ball carrier.
Call it the 44-yard line.
You know, their defense, the North Delta defense has done a good job.
Number 24,
we really hadn't gotten a lot on those plays.
Yeah, they had Hayes stopped
in this game
on
is
that
two,
reverse. That's
two
right.
touchdowns. So
or reverse or sweep he ran.
Their defensive line is doing a good job, not getting blown off the ball and holding their own. And Dane really he's fighting for what he's getting, 3 or 4 yards at a pop. So I'll take 4 right here. It'd give us a first down.
That's right. Ball
third
set
and
at the
3.
48-yard line, or 43-yard line rather. Drew Lamb under center. Gives it to the first man through Walker Wood, and Green Wave wouldn't have any of that. It looked like a little maybe bumped into each other at the point of exchange there.
Yeah, but I think part of the problem was
Walker
that
Wood on the carry for the
they won the
Mustangs.
line of scrimmage, and the green jerseys were going backwards. So kind of goes to my point I was saying a moment ago. Their defensive line's doing a good job.
4th down.
Well, that's all the rain for now. It looks like it's let up.
Mustangs go into punt formation. Dane Sanford will back up and punt the 6th punt of the night. We had 2 all game last week. We've had 6 in the first half, so a little more of a defensive struggle here. Under a minute to go in the first half. Dane takes a snap. Gets a really pretty kickoff. The fair catch called, and he's going to let it bounce right around J.C. Girard, or John Charles Girard as his mother calls him. Gets inside the 25 to the 24.
This one he's in trouble, right? No, he doesn't get in trouble.
No. He stays out of trouble. Keeps his nose clean. The 24-yard line for the Green Wave with 46 seconds left, and not sure what they'll do with it. They may run a couple of plays. I'm not sure their offense is built for a 46-second drive, but we'll see. Ball set at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to come in and throw it, but they're certainly going to try to get a big hitter. Actually, they've got 16 is going to be the quarterback. He is the one that has thrown the passes. so far, so they might try to throw it.
Takes a shotgun snap.
And he's going to be sacked by Walker
Not
Wood.
going to let him have it.
Yeah, that was wasn't a clean snap there. He bobbled it a bit. No one blocked Walker, and I bet you they run it this time.
They can let it run out. The play clock is just right about in sync with the game clock. So they're not in a rush to get to the line of scrimmage. I guess they're going to take this 14-0 deficit, which, like you said, 2 plays and this ball's tied. This ball game's tied.
If I'm our coach, I'm not really excited about what I saw on the offense. It hasn't been terrible, but we haven't been able to do what we wanted to do, and that's run the ball down their throats. I'm real pleased with my defense. I'm thankful for the 2 big plays, but defenses won this game. I mean, the defenses have outplayed the offenses so far in this game, and I'm sure that the coaches will go and try to look at it and see what they can do differently to change that. But Mustangs are fortunate, have a 14-point lead going into the half, and will get the ball at the start of the third quarter.
So we'll take a break. Stay with us. We will honor some Mustangs, active Mustangs. I'm not sure who we're going to honor, but we are kind of meeting the Mustangs through some halftime. So we'll be back and for the third quarter, and stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the field the North Delta Academy varsity cheerleaders.
Ready to get your money moving? Zelle is fast, safe, and an easy way to send money in minutes to friends, family, and others you trust. And it's now available in the Guarantee Bank mobile app. Enroll today and get your money moving. Guarantee Bank, together with Zelle. Guarantee Bank, member FDIC.
Transactions typically occur in minutes when the recipient's email address or U.S. mobile number is already enrolled with Zelle. Mobile carrier fees may apply. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. The Zelle service is property of Early Warning Services, LLC.
Ladies and gentlemen, now welcome to the field your Pill Academy varsity dance team. Let's give it up for your Pill Academy varsity dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, now welcome to the field, your Pill Academy varsity cheerleaders. Let's give it up for your Pill Academy varsity cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another round for all these ladies for the halftime entertainment.
You doing a good job, Herbert? Yes. I think you are.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to take a moment and recognize some of our spring sport teams that could not be recognized at Meet the Mustangs due to a rain delay. So we'd like to welcome, first of all, with the Pill Academy cross country team, starting with the girls, Emma Beckwith, Maya Coleman, Riley Coleman, Maddie Davis, Molly Downing, Sully Dubard, Mary Laney Dyksterhouse, Leila Rose Fleming, Anna Flowers Hemrick, Julia Killebrew, Isabel O'Brien, Skylar Phillips, Leah Pillow, Myram Jane Rogers, Allie Sims, Mary Austin Wilkie, and Leah Wilson. For the boys team, Hunter Berry, Jackson Blanchett, Zach Campbell, Owen Hodges, Strain Howard, William Land, Noah Larry, Salter Milton, Yates Poe, Walker Sy, Aiden Valente, Nolan Walker, Gabe Wilson, Hilliard Wilson, and your senior, Christopher Winter. Let's give it up for your Pill Academy cross-country team. Now making their way to the track, is the junior high dance team, starting with 7th grade, Elliot Penton, 8th graders, Emma Kate Ainsworth, Grayson Austin, Ruby Barnes, Story Jacobson, Mary Parker Macomson, and Jalen McCaleb. Your 9th graders, Madison Jones, Sarah Crawford Logan, Josie Harris, and Carol Nemi, Brianna Priddle, Mary Evelyn Pittman, Rhodes Strawbridge, Nora Walker, and Elena Ware. Let's give it up for the junior high dancers, sponsored and directed by Miss Marcy Westenhofer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, making their way onto the track are your junior high cheerleaders. We'll start with 7th grade, Ainsley Hammonds, Annie Powers, and Claire Swayze. For your 8th graders, Jane Kimmel Buford and Rogers Crowder, Mimi Easley, Izzy Hodges, Cameron Joyner, Macy Lamb, Sarah Michael Larry, Kate Lovelady, Ainsley Milton, Kylie Nix, and Britton Staples. Now for your 9th graders, Catherine Warren, Ella Wallace, co-captain Maggie Miller, and co-captain Isabel O'Brien. Your junior high cheerleaders are sponsored by Coach Aaron Metz. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for the Pill Academy cross country team, the Pill Academy dancers, and the Pill Academy junior high cheerleaders.
I may be an orthodontist, but I know a thing or two about...
Perfect. Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
It's harvest time for farmers across the state of Mississippi. So into the tractors and off to the fields they go. And that means you might come face to face with one on your rural roadways. For their safety and yours, please slow down and give these tractors and other farm equipment the space they need. You may even have to move off the road for a moment. Just like you, they want to do their job and return safely to their homes and their loved ones. This message brought to you by your Delta area Farm Bureau families.
Ready to get your money moving? Zelle is fast, safe, and an easy way to send money in minutes to friends, family, and others you trust. And it's now available in the Guarantee Bank mobile app. Enroll today and get your money moving. Guarantee Bank, together with Zelle. Guarantee Bank, member FDIC.
Transactions typically occur in minutes when the recipient's email address or U.S. mobile number is already enrolled with Zelle. Mobile carrier fees may apply. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. The Zelle service is property of Early Warning Services, LLC.
Oh, yeah. There's another one down there.
All right, we're back for the second half. 3 minutes to go. Hank, our friend on the sidelines, Lance Smith, gives us some stats, and feel like they're going to reflect kind of what we talked about. A couple of big plays, but other than that, it's been a defensive struggle.
Yeah, it has. I was just looking at the individual rushing statistics, and Nelson Hodges has 2 yards on 1 carry, and Dane Sanford 20 yards on 5 carries. Walker Wood, negative 2 yards on 1 carry, and Hayes Bennett, 2 carries for 70 yards. So 90, that's 90 yards total rushing. Oh, excuse me, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 90 yards rushing for the Mustangs and 75 yards passing for the Mustangs. 1 interception. And, those that really 2 big plays are the difference. As far as the defense goes, let's see, Mustangs, Hodges had 2 tackles. John Houston Ferguson, 2. John Aiden Brown, 2 tackles. Dane Sanford, 4. Walker Wood, 4 tackles. Brock Megumson's come up from safety and made 4 tackles. Tate Gailey has 4 tackles. Hayes Bennett has 2 tackles. John Heston Powers, 1 tackle. Billy Perry, 2 tackles. Britt Reichley, 8 tackles. Lawson Steed, 4 tackles. And Hayden Pillow, 1 tackle. Defensively, both teams have played well. Offensively, just neither team has been able to get their run game going consistently. And I think that's what we've done on defense that is what we had to do. We've given up a few 8-10 yards. We've given up a few first downs. But it seems like, generally speaking, we've disrupted them on 1 play, and their offense is built to get 3 or 4 yards a carry. You get them in second and third and long, then you're behind the 8. You're in good shape.
That's right.
And you got them behind the 8 ball. So I think if I have any disappointment for our team, it's that we haven't really been able to do anything on the ground.
We got 2 first downs in that first half.
2 first downs is it. And really, I was talking about Dane's yardage. He has got 20 yards rushing on 5 attempts. Those were all. Those are all yaks. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and got a few yards afterwards. So we'll need to find a way to create bigger holes and get some first downs.
And I tell you, if you walking outside of the press box at halftime, it is a scary sky all around us, and it is windy. If you see some of our papers rosters fly down to the stands, bring them back up here to us.
That's right.
We're trying to hold them down with all we.
Really,
we got.
It was kind of a sideways, misting kind of rain. I don't think the field's really wet. Obviously, it's probably a little slick, but it's not raining now. The cheerleaders and all the teams that were introduced and the dancers are the ones that bore the brunt of the rain so far.
That's right.
So the Mustangs will receive, going right to left on your screen. And I think we're hearing that the game clock is not cooperating on the live stream.
Hayes Bennett comes up, catches the kickoff. Well, with some forward momentum, gets through the first line of defense and gets out to the 45. So good start position for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. Attaboy Hayes, way to handle that ball.
You don't want to see Hayes with a head of steam when he's already full speed, close to full speed when he catches that ball. That's a dangerous proposition for a defending team. So
it is. Hey, I was wondering what in the world we got to shut this door. Feels like there's a fan blowing on us, and it's this wind coming through the door behind us here.
Drew Lamb takes a shotgun snap, back to pass. Throws it underneath to John Heston Powers. Good throw and catch across midfield.
Number 22, John Heston
Powers. At the 49-yard line of the Green Wave. So good start.
Yeah, I think that when they were
went back underneath.
Exactly. He was looking to see if Hayes was going to be open, like on the first play that we threw to Brock, and he wasn't. So he went to the underneath man. A nice 6-yard gain, and second 4 for the Mustangs.
Lamb in the shotgun. Dane Sanford to his right. Gives it to Dane. Dane gets 3 or 4 yards, maybe 3 yards. They're going to mark him down about the 48, so it brings up 3rd and short.
So the line of scrimmage is right here on where Jonathan and I are in the booth, and just, you know, there was really nothing there. Just a slight gap for him to squeeze through, and had his feet taken out from under him basically at the line of scrimmage. Picked up a couple of yards, but still not getting the surge on our offensive line that we need.
We're going to call it 3rd down and 3. Lamb back to pass, throws it over here to Hayes Bennett. Hayes catches it, gets across the 45, and now he's turning on the jets and going down the sidelines, cuts it back across, and they're going to trip him up inside the 10.
Oh, he tripped him up, yeah. Goodness. He had to cut inside because somebody had an angle on him. Nice catch there. That ball floated a little bit on Hayes. I was giving him a hard time earlier about dribbling, just joking, but that's not an easy catch because the way this wind's blowing, that ball kind of hung on him. He went up and got it, turned, and made a great
goal for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that
made a
play,
good
you
run.
could see it developing, but it was a slow developing play.
I think Drew probably could have thrown it a little bit quicker than he did.
He wanted to make sure he threw a good ball.
Yeah.
And
but he was open out there for quite a while in the screen, and fortunately we were able to execute it at the end.
Inside left to Dane Sanford, and he fights toward the goal line. I believe he got across. They're going to blow him dead just inside the 1. So good first and goal yardage down to the 1-yard line. So this is what you wanted out of the Mustang offense, Hank. This
no
is
doubt. And that's what you wanted out of the line.
Spreading it out, giving it to Dane, your bell cow, and he's hopefully going to punch it in right here. Mustangs take it and give it to Dane, and he does just that.
Does that.
Number 16,
Cannon. The play before right there, the play before right there where we thought Dane may have scored, he had a nice hole and got a little bit of a surge on the left side there, but big hole, and he was able to get through it. So kudos to the line there for creating a hole there. And when you give Dane a hole, he's tough to bring down.
And the kicking carousel continues. Juan Carlos is going to kick a PAT. So Coach Crowder, Coach Hudson, mixing some things up, trying to figure out where they – but just what the early – you don't have a preseason in high school football. You kind of got to see where everybody fits. And good kick there, Juan Carlos. PAT is good.
By number 1, Juan Carlos Fernandez.
Obviously,
and with that, the Mustangs score.
Obviously, Seraphin's got a little bit more range, but Juan Carlos has been tremendously consistent for Pilla. I don't remember the stats from last year, but we scored a lot of touchdowns last year, and I don't recall if he missed a PAT. So
no, and he kicked that one well. The other ones last week kind of were.
Last week he got
just going over the crossbar, and he had some good boot behind that one. So
hey, it could be a worse position to have 2 guys that can make extra points. You know, a lot of teams don't have one, so we're fortunate in that regard.
Exactly right. So we're going to go to under 10 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Mr. Benuzowitz says our clock is working. So
we got
Barnes, Paper, and Barnes full-time. Don't call us Cliff. We got you covered. We appreciate all our sponsors, Barn Paper, Webster's, Fresh Laundry, all the banks, Planters, Guarantee Bank, Farm Bureau, Allstate.
Got a scoreboard sponsor.
And the scoreboard on the screen is going to be sponsored by Kirk Auto Group. Kirk, if you're in the stadium, Kirk sponsors obviously the fireworks, some cooling, fans on the sidelines. Just a wonderful partner to have in town, along with Cannon. Really blessed to have what we do have in this community, Hank.
Absolutely. Dane Sanford kickoff from the 40. Nice kick. Got some hang time on this one. Fumbled at the 10-yard line by number 3. He doesn't know where the ball is.
Find it.
I believe the Mustangs may have gotten it.
I don't believe I've ever
never seen
that, Hank. It was right at his feet. And
I guess they're going to say that North Delta recovered it, but poor number 3, whoever that was, didn't know where it was, and I'm sure his teammate was trying to tell him, but he spun around on top of the ball. I'm surprised he didn't kick it. He had no idea where it was, but Mustangs will have the green wave pinned back on their own 11-yard line as we begin the second half. 81 yards of offense for for North Delta, basically all on running in the first half. And good job by the Mustang defense. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Green Wave go to a traditional I formation, and the second man through gets it, and he is met by Dane Sanford.
Dane Sanford came through there, and
Number 7.
the running back took the handoff, and he took a helmet right in the chest for about a 5-6 yard loss, like 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
Great.
Form was excellent on that tackle.
That's the way you teach it.
The Mustangs appear to be not good. They're not going to continue to put 8, 9 in the box and plug these holes and make them either spread it out or just with 21-0 lead. You've kind of got this offense where you want it.
You do. They so far they haven't shown that they're going to have a great passing attack. They did have one nice pass play, but they want to run the ball, and with a 21-point lead, you like it.
Britt, you said he had 8 tackles at the half, and that's at least another one. So Britt's headed for double digits. Not sure how many he had last week, but that defense, Britt, along with his other guys on the defensive front, are having a whale of a game.
Both defenses are playing well, and again, when you see your down lineman making tackles, that means things are good.
Staying in the I formation, maybe offset with 44 and G in the backfield. Bootleg, naked boot.
Good play call.
That was a good-looking play call. He's still on his feet across the 25, out close to the 30. So another.
Number 15.
Mustangs hadn't done that
the ball.
much tonight, but a 3rd and long, they let the Green Wave convert, and that was again something we hadn't seen. So caught them off guard.
Well, I think we're on to what they want. What they want to do. The bread and butter sort of dives and counters. We're stopping those well. It's a good play call there by the coach for North Delta, and picks up the first down and be on the 7-yard line, looks like?
7-28.
28, yep.
Two wide receivers left. I formation, gives it to the second man through, Levi G, and he's good hard running across to the 45-yard line. 2 first downs in a row. That's going to be about a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, we got some contact on him in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage.
Number 3.
Just an arm. He ran through that. He's going to run through arm tackles. And good hard runner. Runs out over his feet.
Down for the Wave.
Runs with his head down and eyes up, and doesn't go down on the first lick.
He's had a lot of carries tonight, too. He's been a workhorse.
Yeah, he has.
Ball placed just shy of the 45-yard line for the Green Wave. They get out of the shadow of their own end zone, so Mustangs weren't able to pin them back deep. Another I formation, wide receivers left and right.
Mustangs are blitzing up the middle, and it
pays off for a minimum
pays
gain.
off, yeah, 2-yard gain.
Call it the 47.
And he's tackled by number 64, Andrew Black.
Atta boy, Andrew Black.
2-yard gain. Pick it down.
Number 50.
Good to see Andrew in there.
44 is Billy Perry.
Junior.
John Charles
Billy Perry,
Gerard.
yeah. These are some guys that we didn't see as much at these positions. Of course, JC was in there last week, but you got to have some depth, and certainly you would think that looking at the rosters, that's an advantage the Mustangs have over North Delta's depth, and we got to use it.
Mustangs are claiming they got the ball, and the referees agree, and this is going to be Mustang ball, first
Fumble
down.
recovered by the Mustangs.
That was just a bad snap, it looked like.
He just couldn't handle it, and didn't see who came up with it, Hank, did you?
Did not.
Either way, it was a Mustang, so we got the ball in plus territory across the 50-yard line at the 48.
It's
so
the 48, and I have a 48-yard line seat too, so it is. Let's watch this line of scrimmage and see what we do here. We did better creating some holes for our running back on the last series. Let's see what we do here.
Drew Lamb in the shotgun, backs up, fakes that pass, but they didn't bite and slam him down. Number 50 there for North Delta did not buy on that fake. Nolan Long.
Number 12, Drew Lamb with the ball.
Well, right there,
he's dropped down by number
North
15,
Delta was
Nolan
coming
Long.
with everybody. They absolutely were blitzing everybody, and Drew has got to recognize that. I don't know if we check off plays, but he's got to get rid of the ball quick because there was no chance we could hold them up
They didn't have it disguised very well, is what you're saying.
No, I mean everybody. They had 8 people on the line of scrimmage. So that one we gotta get rid of the ball quickly. See that coming. Looks like they're doing it again.
Give it to
That's
Dane.
A good play call against that.
Beat that blitz, and Dane is out across the 40 in foot race, and he's going to win it. Touchdown, Dane Sanford.
And that's a great run by Dane.
For the touchdown, Mustangs.
That's a great run by Dane, but that's a great play call by our coaching staff because they said, okay, well, if they're going to do that again, we're just going to take it a little bit to the outside where they don't have anybody because all their linebackers had come straight up the field. And once he got out there, there was no one out there for him. So good call. Good call. You know, we always talk about keeping the defense honest there. Coaches did it there. Mustangs go up 27-0, and Juan Carlos will come out for his second attempt of the evening. Good hold, good snap.
Sneak that one inside the left upright.
Extra point is good by number 1, Juan Carlos.
He remains perfect on the season.
You know, Dane didn't have his best first half after a really good game last week, and I guess he came out tonight. Came out in the second half saying, "I got this, coach, and I'm gonna do what I do."
Right.
And he didn't have that much those runs last week. Last week's were tough yardage. He had a lot of yards, but they were, like you said, large yards after contact and inside, and that was really a display of speed that you know he's got, so he can run it outside as well. So that was impressive.
That's right. That's what's so dangerous about him. He's a big running back that's got plenty of speed as well, and physical, does not mind hitting. Just a good athlete. Kind of has a nose for the ball and nose for finding little crevices. And again, like we talked about last week, he's always falling forward, get 2 or 3 more yards. But he's not just a lumbering kind of running back. If he gets out in space there, he won the foot race as well.
That's right.
So Mustangs will be up 28-0. Again, I think that was a great play call, recognizing the coaches. The coach recognized that they were just going to sell out up the middle and called a little play to the outside. And I'll say too, in the line, at least held up that blitz long enough to let the play develop.
Absolutely.
That was the play that they just wanted to disrupt.
And that's kind of got to be their response to not knowing they can't score in bunches. When you're down 21-0, you got to kind of gamble a little bit.
A little desperate, yeah.
Dane Sanford's going to kick off again. He's handled 3 or 4 of the kickoffs. Seraphim has kicked off a couple of times. So 28-0.
I have a text here from someone asking if there's a problem with the live stream. I think we're good. If that's not the case, let us know. Nice kick.
Kicks it to the 10. Number 3 catches it clean this time, brings it upfield, and got some good running room. Tough yards to about the 30. Brought down there by
number 3,
number 20. Charlie Robbins, a sophomore, getting some action on special teams.
Charlie's number 20, Charlie Robbins.
Tell him to try refreshing it if it's not working, but we're definitely on.
If you're having a problem, Mr. Benuzowitz says maybe refresh it. We're all good here, so.
Yeah, getting text in that we're good, so.
Greenway bring the team to the line at the 30-yard line. Mustangs brings it back to number 44. Breaks the tackle, gets up across the 45 to the 48, 47-yard line.
Tackled by number 72, Sumner Tackett.
Good-looking run there.
Was a good-looking run. They run the ball hard, I'll tell you that.
Looks like I didn't see a flag, but I do see it on the near sidelines here.
Right
illegal procedure, so that will be negated, and that's what a break for the Mustangs.
Big break.
False start against the Waves.
You know, I don't know that the Mustangs have been penalized tonight, Hank. If they have, it's been one maybe two, but good clean game so far by the Mustangs.
Yep.
Execution-wise, they've cleaned up a lot of stuff from last week. We saw a couple of putting the ball on the ground, just miscommunication.
Jitters,
That's
yeah.
right, and I think they have tightened those things up tonight so far. Wide receivers split to the left. Another flag comes in from the defensive secretary. Looks like he's counting players again. Illegal substitution is going to be the call, so back them up another 5. So the Green Wave is
Illegal substitution
shooting themselves in the foot a bit here in the third quarter. Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. So first down and 20. Green Wave trying to get this first play off of this drive. Tight formation for the Green Wave. Rolls right, is chased by a defender. Puts the ball on the ground and fumbles it out of bounds. Hayes Bennett thinks he may have recovered it before it went out of bounds, but I don't think he's going to get that. There's another flag maybe on the ground. J.C. Gerard was in the backfield and tried to clip the ankles of that quarterback, but he was able to break free of that and got to about the 21. The referee on this side looks like he's a bit injured.
Ball started to be 1st and 25. Here's a little score update from MAAS and from our conference. Actually, Heritage Academy is beating Jackson Prep 19-0. That looks like that's at Heritage. And in must be in the second half as well. So
I know JA was going to Leak tonight for the second time in a row.
They're in a tight one,
They got beat in Madden last year, and Leak obviously went on to win the state championship. We do have a referee who appears to be a little bit.
He get hit?
I don't know if he got hit as that ball was going out of bounds or he stepped funny, but he is favoring looks like he may hurt his leg over there. So Hartley Kittle's on our camera along with Mr. Benuzowitz. Hartley is a new addition to the crew, as am I, and he's doing a fine job.
If anybody has a Leak Academy JA score, let us know. Or any other scores that you see, pass those along to us. Mustangs have a 28-0 lead with 5:25 to go in the third quarter.
It must not have been a timeout by either team.
Yeah.
Maybe they took a break for the referee to catch his breath. And
it could
his
be.
Legs back from under him. So they're going to tell the coaching staff something, maybe getting the play clock reset. Looking up here at the play clock operator.
So it is a timeout.
They could call it an official timeout, so he wants it set at 40 instead of 25.
No, he's wanted to charge a timeout to.
Oh, okay.
He was saying it was a timeout on North
Green
Delta.
Wave timeout.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's good that he clarified that because we thought it was.
That's not the clock. He's wanting the scoreboard to reflect that. So that was.
Well, we thought it was the referee timeout. So 1st and 25 after a long wait.
3 penalties and a snap over his head.
And that's going to be.
He's going to be in his end zone. Gerard is chasing him and slings him out, and it will be a safety for the Mustangs. And disaster for the Green Wave.
Yeah.
Just went from bad to worse on that drive. So Mustangs will take a 2-point.
Safety for the Mustangs.
Yeah, we need to watch the. I don't know if we're getting on that center pretty hard, but he's had several snaps above the head there. Maybe we have a nose guard on him that's getting after him. But
well, it's obvious that the shotgun is not their most comfortable position,
No.
so maybe he's just not used to doing that. Mustangs have taken him out of that. I don't know if you heard Mr. Donahoe and I talking. He was talking about if they stay in that formation all night is not good for the
Not
Mustangs.
good,
And,
yeah, that's right.
Coach Crowder's gotten them out of, and Coach Acey, the defensive coach, have gotten them out of that, and obviously made them very uncomfortable. So Mustangs take a 30-0 lead with 5:16 left to go to the third. And
I hope we use this opportunity to keep getting better, get some depth in. We got some good football teams coming up here in the next couple of weeks, including going to 6A Hartfield next week.
Newly 6A Hartfield, is that right?
Yeah, they moved up, and that school is growing rapidly. They'll have a good football team. We played them 2 years ago in the playoffs. We were able to come out on top, but they had really good athletes, and I suspect they're getting better and better every year. All their programs are moving up quickly, and beautiful new campus down there.
It is a nice facility. Look forward to being there next week. But Mustangs on the road for 2 weeks in a row.
The next game after that's Magnolia Heights?
No, we're going to Columbia.
Oh, Columbia. Yes, long trip.
That's right. Everybody has.
I don't know where I got Magnolia Heights. Apologize for that.
I think
they are.
I think
they
they're
are
coming
the
here.
first conference game. Yeah. Yeah, we played there last year. Hopefully, it's here.
The Green Wave choose to place it on a tee and kick it after the safety. Kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, good.
And that will be a flag. It's going to be about where it went out of bounds. You're going to get it at the 35, I believe. Mr. Bernouzzi's got a sponsor joining us in the booth, Mr. Cliff Barnes.
Sorry about that.
The toilet paper king of Greenwood.
He'd like a word, Mr. Bernouzzi.
When you think of toilet paper, think of Cliff Barnes.
I always do. 34-yard line for the Mustangs. Mustangs going to stay with their front. Wilkes Meek's been over the ball at center. Lawson Steed, J.C. Gerard, Britt Reichley, and who's playing right guard? Is that Hayden?
It should be. I'll see when they stand up. Looks like Hayden, but he won't turn for him to see. So it's Britt Reichley, Hayden Pilla, Wilkes Meek, J.C. Gerard, Lawson Steed. And you had asked me earlier who was playing tight end. I don't know if we'll have to go back and see. It looked like Walker may have been the tight end there, or he was either in a kind of a up back, fullback kind of position.
I really don't know. These officials are grinding this game to somewhat of a halt here. They're going to move it up to the 45. No, what are we doing? We're going to re-kick it?
Wow.
No, they're going to move it to the 45 of the Green Wave. I'm not sure why. Looks like he's illegal procedure on the Green Wave.
I would call that a delayed illegal procedure call. I have no idea.
We'll take it.
I'm not going to ask. Yeah.
45
So
yard
Walker's
line.
not the tight end. He's just a kind of a up back there.
5:11 to
Slot.
go in the third. Gives it to Nelson. Coming to the near side. Cuts it inbounds.
Number 2, Nelson Hodges on the carry for the Mustangs.
Gets it down to the 32.
I'm going to have to get
Mustang first
my
down.
formations
15,
book out so I can
Will.
remember what you call all this stuff. But
We'll move the chains. First down.
similar to a
Mustangs.
tight. It's really similar to a tight end. Walker's a fullback. That he'll come
Matthew
in the
Nemi out
slot.
on the far side.
Yeah.
Inside the slot is Lane Harper, and number 4 here is John Aiden Brown. So some fresh faces on the outside here for the Mustangs. Drew Lamb gives the ball again to Hodges, and he cuts it up, and nowhere to go there.
Ned Hard. Maybe a
Nelson
yard
Hodges with the
gain.
carry.
Maybe so. We'll call it the 31.
He's brought down by number 71, Drake Martin. Second down.
Mustangs good with letting the clock run here. Nelson to the left of Lamb. Drew takes the snap, gives it to Nelson. Good hole on the right side, but it's closed up quick from the backside by number 55 for the Green Wave. So
Hodges on the carry for the Mustangs.
again,
he's tackled by number 15, Nolan
tackle for
Long.
no gain.
No gain. Third down.
It's 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. We'll see if they want to air it out here and try to get the first down or keep milking this clock.
Looks to me like we might be trying to throw it because our receivers are looking like they're not sure what's going on.
Lamb takes a shotgun, fakes it. He's got a man on his back, and again, they read that well or blitzed and
number 12
didn't bite on the fake. So
yeah, that just didn't work out very well.
By number 4, Britt Robertson, low number 14.
Looks like he was going to try to fake and roll back here to the near side and maybe catch John Aiden. Either way, we're 4th down here.
My guess is that was if he's open, throw it. If he's not, run it kind of situation, kind of a bootleg, but never really got a chance to get the play off. Defenders were coming in quick. So it'll be 4th and 17 maybe? 4th and 19.
From the 41.
From the 41. And
Mustangs are going to take another timeout here.
Assume we be punting.
Timeout on the Mustangs.
2:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs enjoying a comfortable 30-0 lead, but we're going to punt it away to the Green Wave. Dane Sanford's going to set up in the punt formation here.
I was just thinking about that Heritage and Jackson Prep game, and remembering that I believe Jackson Prep has, after many years, a new coach this year.
They do. I think he was coaching in Tennessee. I'm not sure what school, but he was in Tennessee. So
that's going to make them 0.
Did they lose last week?
I think they lost.
Oh, they lost to Greenville Christian. Yeah. That's right.
So they'll be 0-2 if Heritage holds on. That's uncommon for Jackson Prep. By all accounts, Heritage has a good
quarterback
team.
that's getting a lot of. He's a junior, I believe, and getting a lot of recruitment.
Good
buzz.
quarterback. Usually have some good players around them. And he's kind of got football in his pedigree. His dad played football at LSU.
High snap again. Dane Sanford brings it down, kicks a very high punt. It's going to come down somewhere around the 20-yard line. Tate Gailey's there, going to down it at about the 18. Green Wave will take over there with 2:27 to go in the 3rd. Green Wave come to the line of scrimmage. I got to maybe have a new quarterback in there. Number 3 gives it to Levi G. On Nelson's run earlier, number 15, who's been playing quarterback, he kind of looked like he may have come up with a sore ankle. So he's over there running up down the sidelines trying to stretch it out, so maybe he'll be okay. Until then, 3 is the quarterback. His name is Matt Johnson. Good first down yardage out to the 27, or the 25 rather. Johnson under center, fakes it and boots out. Hayes Bennett shakes off a block nicely and throws Matt Johnson down around the 22-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, really. Hayes made a good tackle there. I think if the guy had cut inside, maybe he was too far out. I can't tell from this angle, but looked like the hole was to the inside, and he ran towards where Hayes was being blocked.
There'll be another illegal substitution. They broke the unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Head referee threw that from his position behind the huddle.
Yeah, I think one of our players said something to somebody.
That's the only thing it could be. There was no face-to-face confrontation or anything like that. It must have been something said. I'm not sure who it was.
I know who it was, but what I like the most about it is one of our other leaders got over there in that person's face and said, hey, we don't need any of that. And that's good to see.
Sure. That's our first penalty of the night by my calculations, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. Not a good penalty there. 3rd and 7. Backed up deep in their territory, and referee winds the clock, and we're back going with 1:20 with the 3rd quarter heading into the 4th. Like 2 men in motion there.
Well, like you jinxed them, Jonathan, because you said pretty clean game here. We've heard a lot of whistles in the second half.
Offsides Mustangs will be 1st and 5 now from the. Going to go to the 42. So 2 penalties in a row. Gives them 20 more yards for a 1st down.
Couple
1st and 5.
Got some new fresh guys on the line. I just saw Lawson, Steed, and Britt Reichley ran out, so we'll have to look and see. We've got 5 men on the front for the Mustangs.
Give us to 4.
Good tackle by Hayes Bennett again.
Britt Robertson on the carry.
Goodness gracious, flags everywhere.
Flag on the play.
He's maybe getting a little chippy out there, Hank.
Yeah, and it's just not called for.
Off unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mustangs. Again, so 3 plays, 3 penalties after a very clean first half and into the 3rd quarter. So this is, again, you want some of your leaders to step up if that's what they need to do and get in somebody's face and just say, hey, we're better than that, and we need to do better than that. So another 15-yard penalty takes it across the 50 to the 41-yard line.
These refs obviously, I don't know what's being said or done, but they're not hesitating, and that one had 3 flags thrown, so whatever it was seen or heard by everyone. We got to play smarter than that.
That's right. 15 is back in his quarterback position. Takes the ball and gives it to Levi G. And tough running. Tate Gailey's going to sling him down after about a 9-yard gain.
Levi G on the carry. He's tackled by number 18, Tate Gailey.
Hank, I see our 51 Seraphin Simone. I would explain some of the kicking shuffling that we had to do. He's in there on crutches. I'm not sure I saw when he hurt himself, but hopefully he's just going to be okay.
No, I didn't see it either. Second very short.
Gives to G again. He's going to have 1st down yardage. Looks like tackle tripped up by Hayes Bennett. Down to about the 27-yard line.
Well, it's a good drive for the Green Wave, aided by a lot of dumb Mustang penalties. Be 1st down and 10 on the 28-yard line of the Mustangs. So let's see if the defense can stiffen up here and not give up a touchdown that you feel like, they've kind of gotten themselves in this situation this time with some bad choices. Let's see if they can shake that off and make a stand.
Could be the last play of the quarter here. Green Wave takes the snap, gives it around to slung around, not brought down, finally brought down by Hayes Bennett and Dane Sanford right at the 20-yard line. So that will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's the first time I've seen one of our defenders tonight come up and not wrap up. I don't know who it was. Put a good lick on them, but didn't get their arms wrapped up. And these guys run hard for North Delta and just bounced off of it and turned it into a nice gain.
All right, we'll be right back after a couple of ads and for the 4th quarter.
I may be an orthodontist, but I know a thing or two about...
Perfect.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
It's harvest time for farmers across the state of Mississippi. So into the tractors and off to the fields they go. And that means you might come face to face with one on your rural roadways. For their safety and yours, please slow down and give these tractors and other farm equipment the space they need. You may even have to move off the road for a moment. Just like you, they want to do their job and return safely to their homes and their loved ones. This message brought to you by your Delta area Farm Bureau families.
Ready to get your money moving? Zelle is fast, safe, and an easy way to send money in minutes to friends, family, and others you trust. And it's now available in the Guarantee Bank mobile app. Enroll today and get your money moving. Guarantee Bank, together with Zelle. Guarantee Bank, member FDIC.
Transactions typically occur in minutes when the recipient's email address or U.S. mobile number is already enrolled with Zelle. Mobile carrier fees may apply. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. The Zelle service is property of Early Warning Services, LLC.
We're back for the fourth quarter, 12 minutes to go.
All right, cheerleaders, so you can get one up to the press box.
And another flag.
Flag on the play.
I think they counting a lot of players. I just count 11.
Just waving that off.
Yeah. Rarely see that, but it happened.
Takes the snap, gives to G again. No, it's number 4. He's brought down again by Tate Gailey. Tate's tackling well.
He is tackling well, wrapping up.
Tackle by number 18, Tate Gailey.
It's an interesting little handoff they're doing there that I'm not sure our guys can see it. It's kind of like a little hip pocket handoff. Be first down and 10 on the Mustang 14-yard line. Looks like the starting down linemen are back out there. They'd come out right before the break. Just in a 5-man front for the Mustangs. 3 down, 2 up.
Wells is going to give it to 44, and he's tripped up in the backfield by, is that 50?
That was Hayden.
That was Hayden Pillow, 57, and knocked him off his feet, and he's finally brought down after about a 3-yard
If
gain.
Hayden could have got him, that would have been a pretty good loss, but he got in there, just couldn't get him on the ground. But it disrupted it some, and short gain. 2nd and 8. You'd really like to see the Mustangs hold here and not have to pay for the mental mistakes.
Not sure where that ball is.
Again, yeah.
44's ended up with it after Wells hands it off to him. So good misdirection play there, Martin Wolf.
Yeah, lots of fakes going on there. It's hard to see it from here. Who's got it?
It's down to the 9-yard line. 3rd down. Obviously 4-down territory for the Green Wave. The Mustangs don't need to help them out here. Just play stiff defense and try to keep the shutout going. Ball's given to G again, and he stopped for maybe a yard or 2 gain.
It's going to bring up 4th down. That's just a straight give up the middle. Didn't have a lot of the play action or the counter stuff there. Just straight give up the middle to the strong side. It'd be 4th and 3. 4th and I've never seen that one before. It was 5th down according to the scoreboard, but it is now 4th down and it says 2. Looks like a long 2.
You get 5 downs when you're on the 53-yard line like last week.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes those things happen. So let's see if the Mustangs will be able to hold here on 4th and 2. Straight give up the middle, touchdown.
Good play.
Just a quick dive up the middle to the fullback.
Number 44, Martin Wolf takes it in for the touchdown for the Wave.
And got to feel like your unsportsmanlike conduct multiple times there really.
Yeah, it gave them a minimum on that drive. That drive started at their 18, at the Pillow 18-yard line. So you're going to go 82 yards with about 35, 40 in penalties.
Yeah, it was a lot of them in a row. And you just hate to see that because until that time, all the momentum was our way. And maybe it's a learning opportunity. Just say, play with your – if you get mad at somebody, go hit them. Don't yell something at them and don't hit them after the whistle.
Good
nice throw and
catch. 2-point conversion is good. 15-14. So Leighton Wells to Styles Rowland. So, last week the Mustangs showed they could handle some adversity, and this week you want to see them be able to handle some success and be able to, play hard, but play between the whistles. And
that's right. No time to get a big head, I can tell you that.
That's right. All right, we're going to hear from some of our sponsors. All right, we're back for the kickoff. 9:23 to go in the fourth quarter, 30-8. Mustangs still a comfortable lead, but again, hate to see that on that drive there, but live and learn. Green Wave kick it short. Hayes Bennett picks it up about his 23-yard line, looks for some blockers. Gets around the edge, but can't get away from number 14. Good tackle there.
Number 21.
That's where the Mustangs will take over.
He dropped down by number 14, Styles Rowland.
First team still out there for the Mustangs.
Ball at the 29-yard line. John Heston, Hayes, and Brock, the wide receivers in this formation, Walker Wood and Dane.
In the backfield along with Drew Lamb in the shotgun.
Drew gives it to Dane, and he's got a big hole.
Sanford on the carry for the Mustangs.
Gets it across the 35 to about the 37-yard line, so that's good first down yardage for a drive that you hope the Mustangs can chew up a lot of clock and punch it in here.
Yep. Drew's done a nice job at quarterback tonight. Again, coming into the season, he had a lot of reps in practice, so he was familiar with it. I hope Nelson, whatever's bothering him, will get better, and we'll have that dual threat, which they're both very capable, but certainly different styles of quarterbacks as well.
Right, Lamb gives it again to Dane, and Dane takes the tackler head on, and number 14 made the tackle, but he paid for it.
And
stopped by number 14.
He did. 14's a good ball player. He's tough, but Dane just put his head down, and that was a pretty good collision there.
That's right. Ball's at the 40-yard line, so first down Mustang.
First down Mustang.
Or call it the 39. I think Nelson may have taken one snap at quarterback, maybe two, but other than that, Drew's had the snaps tonight and done a good job.
And threw a great pass on that first play. Just he doesn't run it quite as much as Nelson did, and I think the snap Nelson came in and took.
Hayes
there goes
got
Hayes.
The corner, and we got somebody grabbed a jersey and saved a touchdown, I believe.
When you run as fast as he does, your jersey catches wind and gives somebody a chance to grab it. Now, that was truly
first down
I think that was a touchdown saver. He grabbed it right between the 2 and the 1 and held on long enough for reinforcements to arrive.
That's exactly right. That play was blocked well. He had a lot of green grass in front of him around that edge.
That was pretty.
Drew Lamb brings his team, getting the shotgun formation. Dane Sanford to his left. No, I'm sorry. That's
Nelson
Nelson again. That's right.
Yeah, that kind of.
Nelson
fumbled.
put the ball. I think he was down. Hope he was down.
Nelson Hodges, the ball carrier
I
for the Mustangs.
think when he hit the ground, the ball popped out, but I think it came back to him anyway. But I would have said he was down.
I think that's the referees are going to agree with you. Ball's at the 36, gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
He was thrown down pretty hard.
He was. I don't know. I hope Nelson feels okay. You don't want to get him hurt any further than he might be banged up a little bit. But obviously his legs are okay.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be his legs. And he's a good running back and a good quarterback. And that's the kind of what you miss with him is having that threat of him running as quarterback. And Drew can run too. It's just he's not quite as swift as Nelson is.
Right, that's going to be a gain of maybe half a yard, so 3rd down and 1.
And now like this, you're going to bring Dane in. I assume we'll just try to power it up the middle, 3rd and 1, to see if we can get a yard when we want it on 3rd short.
Dane behind Drew a little bit to his right. Dane's going to take the carry and get through, and 54 is holding on to him for dear life, but not before 1st down yardage is reached and about the 28-yard line. So 1st down, Dane. And the Mustangs are doing what you want them to do, Hank.
Yeah, and that's right there. You want as a coaching staff with a 30-6 lead or 30-8 lead, excuse me. One of the things you want to do is say, can we get that yard when we need it on 3rd and 1? Just went with a straight dive up the middle and had a nice big hole.
All right, official timeout on the field. We're going to run another ad for you. Coach Crowder's got his team gathered up for this official timeout, asking for one more drive out of them.
This team's still learning. Very young football team. Not a whole lot of seniors on the Mustangs. I think about 10 seniors out of 45 players. 44 is what that we said.
Yeah, Drew Lamb's got a new running back behind him. He's going to give the ball to. Can't catch that number. It's going to be maybe a horse collar. That number is 20. Yeah. Charlie Robbins.
Charlie Robbins, yeah, he did a great job for the
number 20, Charlie Robbins on the carry.
Junior high Mustangs. Hey, I think it was a hold. I think I saw one of our linemen tackle somebody.
Number 24,
yeah, like you say, Charlie had a really impressive 9th grade year running the football.
He did. And look, just right there. I mean, he wasn't tiptoeing. He hit the hole hard.
That's right. Holding on the Mustangs, going to back him up 10.
Well, that one won't go in the record books, will it?
Nope. He's going to need to get another carry for his first varsity carry. He tweaked his foot there. Hopefully he's okay.
Certainly someone that you would like to see come on through the year and make a difference for the Mustangs. I know he can do it.
Absolutely.
Good athlete.
Going to be 1st down and 18 from the 36.
My guess is he's about to get another chance right here.
Lamb gives it to Robbins again and waits for a whole patient run, but gets it across the 35.
Charlie Robbins, the ball carrier for the Mustangs.
Into 34.
He's trapped by number 44, Martin Wolf.
Yeah, he's favoring that one of his I can't tell if it's his right or his left foot, but on that penalty, kind of came up a little gingerly.
Charlie?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen him favoring it yet. Yeah, he is kind of doing it. Kind of stiff-legged, isn't he?
Yep. Comes to Drew Lamb's right. 2nd down and 16. Drew Lamb asks for the snap. Gives it to Charlie, inside give, and they That wasn't blocked very well.
On the carry.
Nope, it wasn't.
No gain to the 34.
Tackle by number 61, Alton Lee.
So this drive is kind of stalled a little bit, Hank. We may have to. 4 minutes to go. I still don't think he put the ball in the air.
Not
Coach
unless you're
Nelson.
just trying to work on things.
That's right. Charlie's going to come out. Nelson's going to get another shot. Nelson's fumbles the snap, or Drew fumbles the snap. Tried to hand it off before he caught it right there. So I believe the Mustangs got it back. Maybe Nelson fell on it. So 4th down, long.
Well, no, Coach Crowder will be disappointed the way we finished this game out. Just not executing, not playing smart, but got to get those things out of our system. Mustangs, I assume, will take probably all the time off the clock they can. And looks like we may go, or at least try to draw them off. Make it a little more manageable, but looks like we'll go for it.
Drew Lamb takes the shotgun snap, gives it to Nelson. Nelson has a hole. Good running. Looks
He's
like he's going to go. Wow.
Boy, Nelson showed some speed there, too. Once he got through into the secondary, he had an afterburner, and that was good hole, good run. Nice job.
Yeah, that was impressive. You could see it the way it opened up right there on that. I guess it came from his right across the line to the left towards the far side. And he, like you say, he hit the hole and turned
He got some speed, and he's not a small guy. I don't know. We don't have sizes, but I would say he's 6'1", 190, and runs well. Juan Carlos,
another good kick.
Splits the uprights.
The extra point is good by number 1, Juan Carlos Fernandez.
So the Mustangs answer the touchdown by the Green Wave with one of their own, go up 37-8. With 3:33 to go in the ball game.
It's always a good night when the cannon's firing and the fireworks are going off, because that means the Mustangs are putting up some points. I sure hate those games. They've been few and far between, but when they have to unload the cannon at the end because we didn't score. But, no, I guess they always have to unload it. But night of fireworks is good. Night of cannons. We appreciate our sponsors. And I'll tell you, that's really become a tradition of, I've talked to folks that have kids that come and play here, and they say, that cannon is sure is loud. Those fireworks sure are pretty. So
I know who's not a fan of the cannon is our chain gang over there. They don't like it. But
I'm sure. I imagine it's pretty loud down there.
But they know it's coming, so, keeps them on their toes.
I think it's something unique, and I like it. And fireworks are very pretty. Well, let's see. We've got 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Mustangs have a comfortable lead at 37-8. See some. I think that's the same special teams kicking, except for Juan Carlos will be our kicker this time instead of Dane or Seraphin.
Yeah, we found Seraphin on the sidelines with at least on some crutches, and he may have hurt himself on a special teams play. He probably played some special teams. So
see where we kick it right here.
Oh,
Carlos, nice kick.
He did kick it well to about the 10-yard line. 15 grabs it, brought down there by number 4, John Aiden Brown, I believe.
That was good coverage right there. Very nice coverage. Looks like the Mustangs will have a lot of fresh uniforms come in the game for this defensive stand. Let's see who we got, Jonathan. We got 48 at the left end. That'll be
48 is
Penn Camp. All right, big tall boy.
Penn didn't play last week. Good to see him back.
67 is at nose guard. Preston Hollis. Okay.
Luke Hyde is 74.
Okay, Luke's a big boy. 17 out here on the corner.
Tate Dubard.
Is Tate Dubard. Lane Harper's on the right corner.
Matthew Ryan Smith is going to play.
Yeah, Matthew Ryan Smith will be the safety, and Joyner Hayes will be safety.
So we'll see what these new Mustangs can do. 44 takes the give. Swarmed up by some Mustangs after about an 8-yard gain.
As you would kind of expect, it looks like the starters are still in for North Delta, and so this would be good work for these guys. At linebackers, we've got number 30, Michael Badone, and
42 is going in as Andrew Brock.
42, Andrew Brock. Coach mentioned Andrew, said he's going to be a good football player one day.
Solon Scott
going
in
on
the corner.
For Lane Harper, so Solon will be at the right corner. Looks like there's one person in the middle I haven't gotten to yet.
He's in maybe Wells Wilson.
John A. Brown's at defensive end.
Yeah, Wells is in there at linebacker. So, listen, these kids are work hard in practice. It's good to see them being able to hit somebody else instead of their teammates.
That's right.
So
he's tackled by number 20, Charlie Robbins.
Charlie Robbins is in there. He's the one we missed.
Number 81, Matthew Ryan Smith.
Clock getting down to 2.5 minutes to go in the game. The Green Wave are not in a big hurry.
First down for the Wave.
Inside give. Michael Badone slowed him up, and I think he was finished off there by Charlie Robbins.
Yep. That's the way I saw it. Got some new players. 15.
Trey Schmitz.
Trey Schmitz is coming in. Good
60
athlete.
is John Wayne Elmore.
Number 81, Matthew Ryan Smith. Second down.
78, Drew Box is in the game at, looks like at one of the down lineman spots. John Wayne Elmore is in there, number 60, right guard on the line. And number 75,
another inside
Ben
give
Guin.
to 4. 2 Mustangs there. See, 42, that's going to be Andrew Brock. Nice tackle over there by Andrew. Son of Don Brock of Pillow Live Stream fame.
He's tackled by number 30, Michael Badone.
Athletic
and Romney
family.
Brock. And Romney.
Yeah. That's where the athletics come from. And Don. I'm sure Don was a great athlete. I don't know if he was a great athlete, but he is one of the funniest people in the world. Number 32 is checking in the game, Zach Fancher. He's coming in for Trace Schmidt.
Levi G carries the ball across midfield to the 45. He's had a really good ball game. A lot of tough running, tough yards. Good
Levi
player.
G on the carry for the Raiders.
37 is
17.
Reese
Tackled
McGlone.
by number 17, Tate Dubard.
Yeah.
And 70 is Perry Smith.
Good lick there, Tate. Tate came up and hit hard on that one. I assume your third string quarterback as well. Tate's a sophomore.
Maybe the last play of the game, 20 seconds to go. Give is to G one more time, gets first down yardage.
G on the carry.
Maybe brought down by Joyner Hayes.
Joyner Hayes.
Attaboy.
75.
So that's what we'll end it with tonight, Hank, as the clock goes down to zeros, 37-8. A lot of good things tonight. I think we cleaned up a lot of things.
Yeah. Well,
and that'll do it, folks.
Your second half was better, other than the drive there where we lost our head a little bit and got a couple of personal or unsportsmanlike conduct. But all in all, good win. Hopefully our team got better. I think they did. We got a little more experience on our belt. We've talked about this as a young team. Beat a pretty good football team. They're not a bad team. But we did take them out of what they wanted to do, and that was just run the ball down our throat, control it. Their game plan was to come in and get 3 yards of cloud of dust and have the possession go their way, and it didn't. So good job. I think our defense played well. Next week the task will be much tougher.
That's right.
As we, this was a 4A opponent. We'll go up to a 6A opponent in Hartfield, and we'll be down there. So please join us next week on the live stream as we broadcast to you from Hartfield and help us pull the Mustangs through.
Yeah, it's hopefully we're coming out of this healthy as can be. We'll talk again to Coach Crowder this week and see where we are, and look forward to taking our show on the road and to a beautiful campus down in Flowood, and really kind of getting a good test. Like you say, we've been going down in class, and now we're going to go up and kind of see. It's be a good test.
They'll have a lot more depth. They'll be a lot bigger and a lot faster, and we'll see kind of how we measure up in a league ahead, a league above us. But nevertheless, it's good to be 2-0. Again, the kind of games you want to have early on in the season where you know that if you play well, you got a chance to win, and we did. And then this coming week, again, last time we played Hartfield, we beat them.
Right.
You got to go and you got to bring your best stuff, no doubt, because they'll be ready.
That's right. So come out next Friday night to Hartfield, and we'll sign off here. Thank you for Hank Reichley, John Benuzowitz, and Hartley Kittle. Drive safe and go Mustangs.
Thank you.